mic is okay. She off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He do they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo yo.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Glory Facebook, glory YouTube.
Thank you so much for joining me. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun is live. Mayegun today.
Mayegun diary politico. Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun diary.
Thank you. You can also read the caption of the broadcast, the description as well, and then you can make your contribution accordingly. Comment, and then at a point maybe we would be taking calls. So thank you so much for joining me. Share the broadcast if you haven't already. Like the broadcast, which is your own offering, and tell others that's Mayegun today.
Glory Facebook, glory YouTube.
Doyin Okupe. DasukiGate. It is never going to go away.
rail system that has been moribund for 20 years, I mean, have been comatose, that have never ever worked. This administration has revitalized it. They have revitalized
We
Lagos
see the
Kano.
pictures of the rails, sir. They look like locomotives from 1950.
What does
Second-hand, third-hand brought
forget
from
it.
China.
We are not America.
Why can't we have brand new
You cannot
trains?
have brand new trains because the economy cannot support that. And besides that, we are using.
Why? I thought we are the largest economy in Africa. Why
we are the largest. We are the largest market. We are the largest economy. It does not mean that all the money is not going to be used to go and buy trains and coaches.
So where
No,
is the
look,
money
look.
going?
You've got the money. The money is being spent on Nigeria and the Nigerian people. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank
Rail system that has been moribund for 20 years.
Obedient, obiterente. If I say that today, then give you your own eat. But I have seen some of you trying to fight back. You know one thing that is always constant in life is the truth. You cannot color it. You cannot rename it. You cannot remodel it. You can't do anything about it. If it's not the truth, forget it. You are just going to be wasting a lot of time trying to package that. But you see, on Mayegun's diary political, yeah, for so many of us who have actually like sort of a prophecy days anyway, right? And we know the categories of Nigerians and where many of you actually pitch your tent. So on this platform, we know that typical Nigerians, they love their criminals differently. For the obedient, if you have been a criminal before joining them, your crime is your crimes are forgiven. Your sins are forgiven. Just make sure that you don't go back or leave them, or they will use that as well against you. So in your own context, you want to rescue Nigeria with career thieves. Like some people love to do, by the way. If you look at the Buharidins, the Buharididins, in their own days, in the days of the year, when they were shouting change then, right? And when everything started going south, these humbled slaves, obedient fools, they were able to blame other people except Bokwari. But it's a different case when it comes to Obi in this one, because no matter how much they try to repackage, even no matter how much Nigeria try to repackage them, some of us know who they are, okay? And there's no rebirth for criminals, whether young or old, for those who know them very well, especially the Nigerian political criminals. But DasukiGate is a very long case. In fact, it should be a scandal that not only send the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, to prison. It should have crumbled this APC, Egbe's government as well, in a working system. Oh, you see, it was a big bazaar. And in 2016, I remember this image. I don't know if many of you do, so that you can get a link of where DasukiGate and the people. The guy on the left in black is Bala Mohammed, is the current governor of Bauchi. The one next to him is Abati, is one of the front desk anchor for one of the major media houses in Nigeria. The one in the middle is musilu obaniko, who happened to be the Minister of State for what do they call him? Defense. It was like the Deputy Defense Minister at the time. And guess what? On the right as well, far right, is your one and only for food only Kayode, right? Now, for food only Kayode, for food Kayode or something, FFK. Now, you see, the story that brought all of them together was that they all worked for a man called Goodluck Jonathan. The only person not in this picture is Dasuki, right? So in 2016, APC, Egbekegbe Bukwari's government, broke the news of arms scandal or something like that. Now you see these guys, while the Boko Haram, according to APCO, why Boko Haram were slaughtering and killing the people in Nigeria, the money meant for the procurement of ammunition was shared by these people. Now, they are not the only person, okay? These are the ones who are like stubborn, we no one return money. But let me give you the list from what I have here, okay? 1 second. Where where Doyin Okupe own coming, right? So you have the likes of Ladoja. They said Ladoja collected 100 million naira. Attahiru Bafarawa, 100 million naira. This one too, former governor of Zamfara. Attahiru is the former governor of Sokoto. Former governor of Zamfara, Mahmud Aliyu Shinkafi. Former governor of Anambra, Nwobodo. Now, Shinkafi collected 100 million naira. Nwobodo collected 500 million naira. Then the former BOT chairman of PDP, Anenih, he collected 260 million naira. National chairman of PDP then, Ahmadu collected 100 million naira. Bode George collected 100 million naira in naira and $30,000 in cash from Dasuki. Yerima Abdullahi collected 100 million naira. Falae collected 100 million naira. Tanko Yakasai, you know that Baba Tanko Yakasai collected 63 million naira. Bello Sakin, somebody called Bello Sakin, collected 200 million naira. Raymond Okwesi collected 2.1 billion naira. Right? Angono, Iyosha Ayu, the current chairman of PDP, Iyosha Ayu, his company collected 345 million naira. There's another one called BAM Properties. They collected 300 million naira. There's another one called the Alatul Investment Limited, 1.5 billion naira. Right? Also, there's also another one, another ex-chairman of PDP, Muhammad Bello Aliyu, and his own son, Abba Muhammad. They collected 300 million naira. Sagir Attahiru, who happened to be a former member of House of Rep, collected 300 million naira. Then there's this guy too, former chairman of security and intelligence for the House of Representatives. His name is Bello Matawale, who is the current governor of Zamfara. Is it Zamfara or Nasarawa? Zamfara. Bello Matawale, Abi. Anyway, collected 300 million naira. And yours truly, Doyin Okupe, collected 714 million naira. You see all of, okay, Zamfara, God bless you, Zamfara, Matawale. All of this money, immediately APC, Egbekegbe came, and they raised the alarm. They left some names out and what they got. Bokwari collected 500 million naira for cars and $300,000 cash for from Dasuki. But that may not really be the twist, so to say. Sorry, guys, if that is blinking, let me do something about that quickly. Sorry if this annoys you. Yeah. So let's hope the blinking stops. All right. Out of all the people who collected this money, right? For those who have been mentioned, there is somebody not mentioned. Give me a sec. Let's get this fixed before we really continue, because the moment you get so settled in it, it is a nightmare, more or less like a distraction.
Jay, help us, help us. There is God. There is God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh. God should descend, oh, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay and keep quiet? Will you people stay and keep quiet? The president now is calling you, come, I want to help you. You don't want to appear. Will you agree? No. Now the first lady is calling you, come, I want to help you. Come to find your child, your missing child. Will you keep quiet? No. Child, there is God, oh.
There is God, oh. Let's hope that I have fixed this blinking temporarily. I've got this long, massive cable, right? And I believe that it's just too long. The space between my camera and the other equipment and all that, they are not that long. So I'm so lazy about it anyway. So sorry about that anyway. So once it starts blinking again, sure, I am going to try and fix it. Then we can continue. Doyin Okupe, as all these names that you have been hearing, this one, that one, some of them started making deals. People like Obaniko, you know, maybe got himself a deal that he could just go about his normal business until he's out of the line and they can pull his card out. It is called compromise. In local politics and international politics, you call it compromise. Dirty politicians who are trying to act like they are not dirty or they've changed. The system will always have that compromise on them because they don't change. They are just like normal cats. Cats where you take guide fried meat. So they don't change. There's always that insatiable loss there. But as people have said, or maybe if you have not thought about it, the drama of DasukiGate for so long ago, we have seen that except for those who are not part of the APC, sure you get, except for those who are outside their circle, right? Everyone within their circle who took part in that bazaar, they are like talking down on everybody today on how people destroying people destroyed Nigeria. But you know, one thing is this, the question, if everybody that worked with Goodluck Ebere Jonathan, right, is fingered in DasukiGate and Dasuki money, as much as the case is like, you know what I mean now, how come during all of their trial, their charade trial, how come Goodluck Jonathan, the person that approved the money, the person that gave them the authorization and the rest of that, how come he is never invited as a witness in any of those trials? Immunity, Abi. Okay. How about Dasuki? When last did you see Dasuki? And when last did you hear Dasuki answering for all of this crime as well? Maybe not, Abi. But that won't still change something. Doyin Okupe collected over 700 million naira, authorized by Goodluck Jonathan. Reuben Abati collected over 400 million naira for the press, for the media. He said breakfast for the media or something like a lunch for media press or something like that. That was how much, that was what they paid Abati for. That was what led Abati into this gathering. Bala Muhammad is accused of collecting over 2 billion as well. Reuben Abati accused of collecting over 400 million naira for the press, for lunch or for breakfast or abina for dinner. Maybe say for gari or eba or whatever. Yeah. Musilu Obaniko was accused of collecting over 4 billion naira from Dasuki. And yours truly, Mr. Peace on the right. He himself is accused of collecting over 300 million as well. Now, all of this, now in this picture, in this image, one of them in black is a governor today with immunity. The one next to him, Abati, probably cut a deal in a way that, is never acquitted. Obaniko is never acquitted. Femi Kayode was never acquitted. And this other guy on the right as well, which I can't really say. I don't know. So what happened in their court today? For those of you who probably have heard the news, the court said Okupe did nothing wrong. The only thing Okupe did wrong was that under your money laundering act, or money laundering law in Nigeria, Okupe violated that law by transferring more than 5 million from his bank accounts. That's exactly what they found him guilty of. So by now contravening that particular law, the 700 and something million naira is not featuring. Is acquitted of all of that, like nothing, no evidence. But they found him guilty of money laundering because he used his bank account for money that's more than 5 million naira. So he now had the option of going to jail for 2.5 years or paying 500,000 naira not to go to jail. Do you know what happened? His lawyers, they chose to pay the fine instead of appealing the judgment or appealing the what have you, because it is Nigeria. Anyway, let's go to the court where the confusion first started when they told him you are guilty. At this point, I believe that Okupe himself was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? What am I going to do? Confused.
Okay. Please take my drink. Let me sort out this. That's why you are calling journalists. If the people release the money, nothing happens to them. I don't like this kind of thing, but just calm down. People release the money are working freely. Just calm down. It's very hard now.
So, outside the courtroom, where some people felt like, no, we need to grab you, you need to come with us. So his lawyer almost lost it. Like, what is wrong with you people? Don't take him to jail until at least give him time till 4:30 before you jail him. In a way, if he pays fine, he won't have to sleep in jail. Do you get that now? But it will be an ex-convict, money laundering ex-convict, which in this case, to his own base, even to himself, it's not really that bad. Now, outside the court, immediately, after the judgment, this also ensued.
Please, give him space. Let him talk. Just give him time. See that line in 4 hours. Get that to your head. Please, don't harass him. It's a problem process. Like people should calm down. Beg you in the name of God. Allow him to sort out himself. By 4:30, if he cannot sort out, then he can come on. Thank you. Please.
You get that? At least give him till 4:30. If he cannot sort out the condition, then you can take him and all of that. But how much is 500,000, Baba? In Nigeria, let me tell you something. The reason why you have you have loads of thieves, active and then retired in Nigeria, and they always get away with all the crime. It's absolute nothing. In Nigeria, the moment you get into public office, right, the first training you get is that, number one, you are entering a corrupt system that even if you believe that you are not corrupt, okay, at the end of the day, within time, you will find yourself deep and deep and deep into it. So if you now found yourself stealing, or they are stealing on your behalf that you are aware of and all of that, it is ideal for you to steal so much right? That you can pay lawyers enough to keep you out of jail. Do you understand that now? So if you want to steal 10 billion naira, for example, you know they are going to know about it eventually. So you have to keep at least 4 billion for two things: to silence those who might want to talk or expose you with evidence, and if that fail, to be ready to pay the lawyers a percentage of your loot, and they can keep you out of jail. So at the end of the day, you may just get a fine. Imagine stealing 700 million or getting access to 700 million naira because of election in 2015, Abi. And then became a case and all of that. Lawyers collected their own tens of millions from it. You get yourself whatever you want to get yourself from the money. And at the end of the day, the court says you should go and pay 500,000 naira. Isn't that why politics is business in Nigeria? Isn't that why everybody is trying to hibernate here and there? But compromise. You cannot teach old dogs new trick. Obedience. One of the things that people have tried to sort of shown to so many of you is that there is nothing you are doing right now that is new. Are you with me? The movement, the enthusiasm, the energy, the whole thing, they are not new. But you see what is so common, that is so obvious with what we have seen in the past, and what you are doing right now. The similarity is that when you pay attention very well, you will realize that those who have fallen out of the same rotten system that pushed everybody to one corner and say, oh man, I know they do again, you know that stuff, They are those who are like, who have lost out in their power play, gameplay, whatever play they are doing, right? They are always those who find it easily to align with the common people's, sort of a demand. Like, hey, we no go agree. You will be saying, but this one, we remember when you had the chance, you didn't really care about anybody. We remember what you did and you did the, you know what I mean? But suddenly they will just be on the side of the people. But here is something. Compromise. The compromise is that the system know them, okay? The system doesn't have to like send them to come and be within you. You have already chosen them somehow. All they have to do is what? Is just to pull the string anytime they want to pull it by pulling their card, anytime they want to pull their card. And at the end of the day, even when you feel like you have defeated the actors, you realize that, defeated the system. You realize you only defeated the actors, but not the system, because the system itself is actually controlling you. Now, this is where you can believe that you cannot train an old dog new trick. There are people that they are like leopards. They can't shed their skins. One thing is this, when me I believe on my part, is that if these guys, if they have something solid, like they do on Okupe and some other people within your rank, if they have the same thing on Obi, I don't think this whole thing don't last till now, except if they are waiting to release something before the end of the year that will finally probably show to all of you that they can't tolerate you till January. Sure, you get, they need to smoke you out or whatever it is. But I still believe that if they have anything, which I would love to see, they would probably have probably have released that. But for Doyin Okupe, even if they say you be thief, say you suppose they play with goat picking, right? The people said they are tired with rotten system, with a criminal system, with this or that, Abi. And then Obi came on from the remnants of people destroying people. You can't take that away from them. You are just like you preferred your own criminals differently. In a way, Doyin Okupe is like that access, and there are more. So something started in his own state where somebody came and they accused him, as usual, something about money. And I'm like, person will get money case for court. And you are in a team of people trying to do things like logically, rightly, and all of that. Waiting they go on. Where this happened.
Number 5. Article 9, Section 3, Subsection 3 of our party's constitution states as follows. Only members who pay their monthly membership dues at rates prescribed shall be deemed to be bona fide members of the party. Arrears of dues of up to 6 months shall lead to forfeiture of membership. 6. Despite repeated demand from various meetings I had with Dr. Doyin Okupe in respect of his mandatory constitutional requirements to fulfill membership status, he has failed woefully in this regard, with some others to flagrantly disobey the constitution of Labour Party. He has polarized the party in Ogun State with his crops of PDP dissidents, political liabilities, who are only using Labour Party to revive their not only irredeemable dead political and financial lives, but have successfully stolen all that is available in Labour Party. Therefore, in line with Article 9, Section 3 and Subsection 3 of the Labour Party constitutional provision earlier stated above, we declare that Dr. Doyin Okupe, having failed in the payment of his membership dues for the last 6 months of joining the party, has forfeited his membership of the party and no longer fit and competent to continue to act as the DG of the Presidential Campaign Council. We hereby notify our national chairman, Barrister Julius Abure, and Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, that it is expedient to obey the constitution of Labour Party by immediately appointing another DG for the PCC, and that should come from the north to reflect federal character and political balance.
Thinking this is just a shy play. It is not a shy play. Dr. Doyin Okupe, I want to make it.
Number 5.
But this is just like a few weeks back, okay? And this was like people who felt like the same old ways. You know, you have obedient, then you have the Labour Party. Sure, you get. Obedient are the ones who are like because of Obi. Or you have Labour Party, go. The ones that are always go into an alliance, into agreements with either the ruling party or any other party they want to go into. They know they get presidential candidate. Or if they get presidential candidate, even the presidential candidate will become a polling booth agent for another political party on the day of election. So, for the first time, they have all of young, old, angry, frustrated Nigerians who are like who are obedient behind Obi. So within their structure, that influence is what gave Doyin Okupe the chance. But for those who have seen the play and the handwork again, they're like, nah, this is not going to end well. Oh. So the party politics behind, there are some of you, God help you, when they go show you the real Nigeria, dubious political abracadabra, I go day here. You are just about 2 months away. So you know fire again. Are you with me? So these guys, they raise the alarm, but as usual, I think they are just like a small fries. So the influence it wield within the campaign. So Doyin Okupe, until today, had the support of those who are like at the higher level. You don't feel just touch on like that because he did so much. Oh, seriously, when it comes to this Obi thing, Obi's he did so well. Oh, but he was doing all of that to what? To revive his. Did he have any political career or something like the usual? So he had the support of his the top echelon of his party, who came in his defense. If you don't remember, I mean, if you don't forget, listen.
It has come to the attention of the national leadership of the party that the Ogun State chapter of the Labour Party has purportedly suspended one of the leader or one of the party member who happens to be the Director General of the Presidential Campaign Council. The Ogun State chapter has acted outside its constitutional jurisdiction. The party has internal conflict resolution mechanism of handling cases against party members as enshrined in the party's constitution. Therefore, the suspension of Dr. Doyin Okupe from the party by the Ogun State chapter is null and void. He still remains a card-carrying member of the Labour Party and the Director General of the Presidential Campaign Council. The party is solidly united and are behind its leadership and the leadership of the Presidential Campaign Council. We are also not unaware of attempts by our opposition in some political parties to infiltrate the party structure at all levels. Since it has become obvious that the chances of the Labour Party's candidates emerging victorious in the upcoming general election is becoming brighter day by day. The party leadership will do everything within its powers to ensure that our cohesion is not tampered with and will not be distracted by the antics of the opposition candidate until all our candidates becomes victorious in the 2023 general election, inshallah. The Ogun chapter have fell short of contacting the party. Our constitution has enshrined in it a conflict resolution mechanism and disciplinary procedures. Before you discipline any member of the party, there are certain procedures that you have to follow. You have to follow by querying, you are just calling for and other procedures, and that has not been followed. No any complaint has been written by the state chapter or his ward to the local government, to even the state, to indict any of the member. So we are not unaware of what is going on.
So in a nutshell, Sha, he has, they have his back, so it's just no issue. I just love to be very, very sure of what I am signing up to or signing up for. So as it is, they are enough, okay, to launch their the usual establishment firework. And I don't know, I've said it before. I said that even though the momentum is not that so loud as usual, if you can pull it, beyond December, I think a lot to begin to kind of have a different thought about this whole thing. But when you see those that they have the system have compromise on, and those who are ready, when the chips are down, who are ready to derail the whole thing, to your own disappointment, the place where you be, the one I've told you that when the Nigeria finally happen, I hope you have your plan B, because from the same set of people, you are all shouting, dead APC, dead PDP, dead this or that. When the chips are down, they will throw you under the bus, seriously, with convenience. Even though Zinzu is not around. So you have all heard that Zinzu Bokuwari turned 80. And Zinzu money, as usual, about the do birthday on top here. So who else could have that other than Bokuwari? So easy life, and all that. So is 80, we have been told, and the person who want to take over from him, which is Kolu. Now Kolu, while Doyin Okupe was being nailed to the establishment wall for everybody to know that they could take him anytime when they want, anytime. And whatever that is going to cost to your whatever, I mean to your campaign and what have you, doesn't really matter. So just a hint, the labor leaders, Nigeria NLC, they were with Kolu as one of the labor leaders in the political Labour Party, was being sentenced to 2.5 years for laundering over 700 million naira. So they were at a gathering with Kolu, where Kolu was addressing them. But the first set of people who spoke there in Abuja, let's go to Abuja, where Oshiomole was also on hand, and this other clown. But anyway, let's go to Abuja. Oshiomole. And as usual, the clowns, it was always going to be a circus show. So let's start with that, where Oshiomole was addressing the NLC, where Kolu was also on seat. Listen to this.
You must ask your colleagues in Post and Telecommunication Union what happened when that same man sold Niger. As for now we say, they won't come again. They won't come again. You privatize Niger. Today Niger is dead. You privatize NPC. Who is the living Nigerian who has money to buy NPC? This is the time not to make those mistakes, particularly when they are admitted to those part truth. So I think in this engagement, I would expect that workers address those things that we truly, really, and practically bring about a new hope for job creation in the manufacturing sector. By the way, I just look at some people here from Kogi State. How did the tree of Ajahuta, how was it aborted? And who aborted it? Which political party aborted it? They sold Ajahuta. They sold Delta State. What has become of them? And who bought them? We can go on and on and on. So I just ask us to be really careful, to take this exercise seriously, to do like Idi Amin, not the like Idi Amin. You know, President Idi Amin was led to have said to his African brothers, I have gone with an empty mind. And then another African president said, no, Your Excellency, not an empty mind. We have gone with an open mind. Open mind to persuade each other. Where does our future? Who will better guarantee our future? I believe as Ex-Oyo, we guarantee that future because we fought the Atlantic Ocean in Lagos. Why Soludo is saying, and I emphasize Soludo because
I'm sorry. I was waiting for that part, okay? I don't know how many of you would know that Tinubu, after creating Lagos, is also the man who fought Atlantic Ocean. If not for Tinubu, the entire Lagos today will be underwater. He was the only man who single-handedly stopped Atlantic Ocean. One of the rather nonsense that these educated morons love to say. But let's go forward. You want to hear another clown? He's called Patrick Obayagbon. I don't think I pronounced that right, but it doesn't really matter. Listen to him. He's also talking to the labor leaders in Abuja today on behalf of Kolu. Yeah.
Social, political, and cultural agglutinants that have the capacity to be able to address, mollify, and molikudo our political fault lines. And if we talk about history, because history is very, very germane. History is very, very germane. And if you look at the political history of our presidential candidate, I dare say that in the political firmament of Nigeria just now, he is the only one that possesses the sui generis capacity the pertinacity of purpose, the intestinal fortitude, and testicular courage to address our national challenges. All I'm saying is without that. Finally, still on history. Do I need to remind you all? Do I need to bring under focal aspects and biceps that the man we are talking about today is the man who set the economic, the social, and the political chronometer of Lagos State on an autopilot of irreversible, multidimensional, and polyvalent developmentalism? Do I need to remind you? It's my honor and privilege to invite to the podium former distinguished senator, the bridge builder, the unifier, Jagaban Bogu, a cosmopolitan philosopher, to have his rare interface with this distinguished audience.
The man who have the testicular, the abdominal, and blah, 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 blah. Or bula blue, bala blue, whatever. So let's go listen to what he had to say. He was reading it anyway. So this time around, he wasn't reading from the teleprompter. He had all his paper there, natural, what's they call it? Manual, and no stress. He could just go on and be like, Then he was talking about a few things. That's the part I want us to go and see one by one now. And his audience was the Nigeria Labour Congress, OB people. They are supposed to be OB people, naturally. Natural base. But they are also NLC, Nigeria Labour. Anyway, Kalu, let's hear from you.
United, staying together, being firm on principles, being uncorruptible, being able to promote free and fair election. It could be fierce, but you embody democratic values. Let's give 3 voters to NLC. Voter. So that is fine. Otherwise, what are we here for? If not to promote democracy, quality of character, experience, not of rocket science, but commonsensical economic principles, theories, and practice. The real economy. Somebody that I meet among you here, the great NLC. I miss Comrade Nwobodo of Pengasan, who was in the trench with me when we were fighting for this democracy and getting rid of dictatorship. Please, give him a hand. Odili was a very reliable ally. He thinks while working.
They just have to get people who are always going to be intermittently, right? Shout his name. Yeah, guys, that because if not, continue to watch. He's talking about what is offering. I'm going to take him on them one after the other when it makes any sensible sense. But I mean, I haven't done any so far. Yeah, okay. So here is the other one.
The president of NSC. I don't have to give you any enumerated analysis of our agenda. Having listened to what Adam Oshio Baba, he turned the entire paper I wrote into shreds. And I spoke as today's guest lecturer on our principle. So what else do I have to tell you about agenda of APC? But praise you that you are being at the forefront of the workers' rights movement in Nigeria, championing economic fairness, welfare of average poor person, the weak, and the almost forgotten. So say thank you for standing firm always. You have equally. In addition, I'm taking you down the memory and the fact of what Adam Oshiomole said. He has given you all facts and objectives of our agenda. Nothing short of that. You are being involved in the democratic struggle of this country.
I'm sorry, I'm very sorry that some of you are just like, you are still waiting for him to say something, Abi. His agenda that Adam Oshiomole have told them about, Ajaokuta, NNPC, and all of that, which were the same talking points in 2015. They are still using the same talking points in 2022, after almost 8 years in charge. I'm sorry, it can be boring. There is more you should listen to. You get to a point whereby he started talking about accounting, mortgage system, and all that stuff. I want you to actually pay attention to that part, okay? It gets worse. Listen.
I fought for this democracy. I will fight to protect it. I did so because I believe in our country. I now seek to become the next president. I do so not in search of reward, but because I know what is at stake. Our unity, our development, our prosperity. I'm the best hope for this country to continue to progress on the path towards the best destiny. I ask you to join me in the path to a Nigeria of renewed hope and fulfilled dreams. If we do not lead the way, no one else could do it better. Thank you very much.
Jagaban, everybody vote for Jagaban.
You are not going anywhere yet. No, you are not. Because you have to read that part. Why you should. It's taking you to a destiny. Where do you think it's taking you to? Where do you think all this octogenarian have been accepted? I think they're septuagenarians, Where do you think all these relics are taking you to? They are not taking you to any destiny, any future. They are taking you to the grave. Taking your destiny, taking your future, taking your progress and everything to grave. So don't go anywhere, Kolu. Come back here. You need to tell us exactly what you have to offer. Hang on.
Education is compulsory. It's the right of individual. But there are so many poor families in Lagos alone. Nobody paid for any examination fee before I left the office. No one, no matter how poor you are, you can drop out. No one is left behind. Now you have a federal government. Put me in charge. There will be student loans. 4 years course will be 4 years only. We are talking of thinking and doing.
I think this is why Bokwari is not following him anywhere. It's not following him to anywhere. Because remember, it was Fayemi, Kayode Fayemi and co that wrote the manifesto for Bokwari Osunbade in 2015. And if you remember, they will give you student loan. They will pay you unemployment allowances until you find a job. You remember that they promised you that? They will give you poor people allowances. Remember? Now he's talking to the NLC. Put me there. I will give you student loan. Call you, what else are you going to do? Tell us.
Education is on ASU strike. I know so many of you are tired. Don't worry about that. There will be no more strike. We will have understanding. You design relevant curriculum, relevant courses that will be valuable to this economy and provide jobs. And you design corresponding loans that will facilitate a brilliant student's admission for those courses. And you peg interest rate, you peg the starting of prepayment of those loans. It's simple, even copy and paste in America or London. We eliminate that. No more ASU strike. 4 years calls for you, 4 year job. 7 years for 7 years job. Minimum wages.
You know, like, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, right? But this is funny. This is really, really funny, right? He actually said rubbish, like jargons and everything he just said there. But it felt good. He said them with confidence, right? Very confident. Like, it's just like copy and paste in America. There will be no ASU strike. 4 years will be 4 years. The same people with their power, now them their power. Here you get 4 years will be 4 years. It's done in America and London. It's copy and paste. What is copy and paste done in London and America? Like, what's he talking about? Student loan. Is it student loan? Is it because you are unable to pay your school fees? Is that why ASU is going on strike? So they will give you student loan. And, you know, Nigeria is broke. Nigeria has been bankrupted. Nigeria is in serious debt. Are you with me? And everything this man is telling you is not different from when your drunk pastor, right, told you then that this is your year. I'm not going to say he's a drunk pastor anyway, because it's just so funny, right? Somebody said, Mayegun, today is 19th of December. I said, huh? Say, how many days stay inside December? I said, 31 days, Baba. What happened? And today is 19. I said, yes, today is 19. So how many days left? I said 12 days. And 2022 will be gone. And we'll be in 2023. So why are you asking me all these questions? I like, you should know, like, what's going on? Why are you so bothered about how many days? He said, because I count days for that, my pastor. They are prayed for me one-on-one during the crossover. And he told me that God told him, this is my year. So 12 days is like, it remain 12 days. So if nothing happened, Baba, I don't see shege for this year. Now, grace of God, I take last. This, I said, even that one self. Maybe now this year you supposed to die. But they say now this year, you know, go die this year. Maybe now waiting your pastor say, man, you know, play that kind of play. No, they try play me that kind of thing. But maybe say now one-on-one, when tell me, say, make a work out, say, God told us, say, this 2022, now my year, where I go break through. And 12 days remain, oh, Baba. You go hear when, if you hear the breaking news, now me and that my pastor. That's exactly how Tinubu is talking. Like your pastor, like somebody who can say, just trust me. Ignore all of these things that are really facts here and there. Don't worry. You know, I see future. I see destiny. I see great. I see God, you know, and all of those things. And you say, I believe him. Oh, yeah. You they go in grave. He didn't finish there. He was saying some other things. Like this one too. Listen.
Ex-comrade. Very interesting questions and issue raised. But carefully, I reflect back that maybe they have not looked deeply into our action plan, the manifesto itself, on corruption and transparency. We said we will have zero tolerance. It is very, very, very clear that the amount of money until you employ technology and people's know-how, knowledge-based economy, instrumentality of office, and pay the right wages too. Pay them where block loopholes. Credit availability is part of fighting corruption. If I don't have to look for 4 million to pay at a go for a car, if I can pay 200,000 every month for 4 or 5 years, you have to look at the relationship between corruption, credit, and cash transactions.
But hey, I'm gonna. How many of you, somehow, kind of either shoku or tripping? Are you tripping for that call loose accent? I'm gonna play that again so that you can know what I'm saying. I won't finish it, okay? The accent, na die, is talking about here again. Listen.
Ex-comrade. Very interesting questions and issue raised. But carefully, I reflect back that maybe they have not looked deeply into our action plan, the manifesto itself, on corruption and transparency. We said we will have zero tolerance. It is very, very, very clear that the amount of money or do you employ technology and people's know-how, knowledge-based economy, instrumentality of office, and pay the right wages.
So do you get that now, eh? He said the instrumentality of office. He's talking about fighting corruption. But it's all like, if anybody tell you that there is a better content creator than Kolu for this season, Baba, no, they talk to them again. No, they greet them again. There's no best content creator, comedian, voice experts on different things, for this season, na Kolu. But they're lying to you. And there you are, he's talking about fighting corruption. Corruption, fight corruption. That's how you got deceived with Bokwari. Then he's talking about building a credit-based system, something like that, credit-based system, whereby if you want to buy a car of 4 million naira, you don't have to pay 4 million naira. So that you don't become greedy, that you commit a crime to go and steal or commit a crime to get the 4 million naira. So you cannot easily just walk in place with good credit, and then they will just say, okay, start paying 200,000 naira every month. Now, here is something. Nigeria minimum wage is $65. Can you believe that? Nigeria minimum wage is just about 58 pounds sterling. Between 55 and 60 pounds sterling. That is Nigeria's monthly minimum wage. Baba, let's be honest. You may have the number. Oh, Nigeria is a big place. Nigeria has the market. Only what you don't see now. All of those fake things where they tell you, where some of us they repeat. We have the number. We have the market. You don't understand. These criminals have destroyed your economic power so much that anybody coming to Nigeria to do anything, it has to be more or less like which scheme, which any, the standard is not going to be like the standard you see anywhere in the world to start with, right? It will be substandard, but it will be in Nigeria standard. Then they will now start cutting their cost and all of that. And the rest, okay. So that's what they bring to you. $65 minimum wage. That's a month, 1 month minimum wage in Nigeria. And then you see professors collecting $400, $600 as their salaries every month, professors. And they want them to go and point their fingers at the cost of $10,000, $15,000 because Tinubu said so. But in reality, just same way they said they will give you, they will be paying you salary, unemployment allowance, and the 7th year be this so. They are still promising you another. They are not calling it allowance anymore, unemployment allowance. They are calling it student loan. Anyway, Kolu, what else do you have again as well, Jare? My people want here. Let's hear another one, another thing that Kolu has in stock.
Pension, mortgage reforms, like it has been already mentioned by Comrade Oshiomole. Why do you get employed now for 30 years job and they make pension contribution? and it's time to put a shelter on your head, they ask you to bring 8 to 10 million deposit. No. We must reform the mortgage, the pension plan, relationship with the mortgage planning and home ownership, the credit for all workers of Nigeria. We must do more to invest in young Nigerians for the future of this country. The future rests in their hands. We must end perennial ASU strike and other recurrent crises between government and labor. We must do more. I had you clearly, Adam. When you talk of Dunlop, you talk of Michelin, you talk of textile industries, and those warehouses turning to something else right now, the Keja and Kaduna. Yes.
Not that it's actually going to make much any sense, but you heard him talking about credit for mortgage and all of that. But you know it. Apart from saying them, it will never actually tell them how, and they will probably never ask. But if they ask, it will likely call on some people to answer. Like he kept mentioning Oshiomole, mortgage system. Do you have mortgage system in Lagos? Do you? Tell us about that. Kolu, another one.
You must ask, and we must ask ourselves, this, who can be trusted to accomplish all of this? It is me. Is it the man who has done it before? Or the man whose most lasting achievement as vice president is the corrupt sale of national assets to his friends and cronies? Who has the better plan? It is me. Because I can. Because it is me. Because I can stand before you and say, I've developed a blueprint, guided a state in bankruptcy to the 5th largest economy in Africa. What are they saying? I have looked at a helpless situation. I didn't complain and blame federal government. I'm saying tired. The changes of Atlantic Ocean.
I'm sorry, I actually was waiting for him to talk about the Atlantic Ocean. The guy actually believed himself that he stopped the ocean with the Eco-Atlantic project, which is a private project anyway, not Lagos State government project anyway, right? But I gave them the land. I told them to recover the ocean. I saved Lagos from bankruptcy. I have a blueprint. Baba, where the blueprints? Blueprint of a place. We no get drinkable pipe burn public drinking water. Place that everybody is digging their own boreholes. A place that is as dirty as what you can call probably a war-torn place. Haba. Why would not they print? Well, anyway, it's Nigeria. You all love your lives differently. So it didn't leave the NNPC without something. Listen, guys, if you do normal, I will give you a job, and I become your president. I get work for all of you. I don't know how you go be, but this journey go funny.
Labour should be involved in good government and giving you that assurance. Nothing more to say. You will be involved, and that is part of the good government.
That's it. Now, let me tell you something about that statement. For those of you who heard that clearly, right? Tinubu, as part of the establishment, Atiku, as part of the establishment, you might see them everywhere saying all manner of things, right? Tinubu, that is not looking well, that they know that has its own health challenge, right? And you see healthy people, young people, locking around him and the rest of that. And you think it's about because they loved him or because they are. No. You'll be too naive to believe that. Listen to me. What happened is this. When the establishment, when they have power challenges, what they do is called trading. They trade. How? When they meet each group from every part of everywhere, they have something on the table that is not in any way will be presented as they are, right? They'll be presented as making allies and friends and all that. It just gave them the dog whistle. If all of you do normal, if you talk to me properly, you will work in my government. I'll give you a job. Do what you have to do to make sure that whether you want to sabotage this one or sabotage that one, whatever is it going to be, right? That's the offer on the table. I don't have anything else to say. Ushi Omole, I've spoken to you. I have spoken to you as well. It's over to you. It's all up to you now. When Atiku meets people, he said he's already listed the national asset, Nigeria national asset that he's going to sell. Atiku has done so well selling Nigerian national assets as scraps to his friends. In the past, it's not new. Sure you get. And he's not hiding that today. He has been honest saying, if I become your president, right, I'm going to sell this, I'm going to sell that. Just be rest assured that all your national assets, as of today, the ones they are going to sell and who they are going to sell them to, they already have the names. So this is how the establishment works. This is why you see people that you believe that have integrity. Oh, this person get integrity. I respect it. You are just naive. Don't allow yourself to be played by all of these rogues, cash and carry criminals. And they're everywhere. It's just that so many of you are so vulnerable that any small thing like this, you go follow the mob. And when you get played, you begin to lament and say, what do you think? What are you thinking? It is all about cash. It's all about cash and carry, give and take, trading. Your best man, when we say they sound like say you get sense, a day your side. Tomorrow we change it. It's not, most of them are not giving money. They don't pay you. No, they don't pay all of them. The establishment that gives you cash is because you are dispensable, you are disposable. The likes of Tinubu and gang, they offer you, they trade. They say, if you do what we say you should do, we'll give you something. So come on. How many of you game? If Atif could meet with them, he's going to offer them the same thing. Maybe not like Tinubu. Sure, you want to make I give you something. Sure, you want to make leave all this story. Leave all this NNC. Are you the president of NNC? Who are those people with you? Stay with us so that when we do everything we want to do, when people want to protest, when people want to fight and all of that, you help us suppress them. You help us tell them, say NNC, no day. You see all these things, they are just like laying the bricks to where some of you actually have no idea whether they think it. Well, now they take us go. Help me. Then they take me, go where I don't know. This is how they put the whole thing on. And well, as it is, I have told you many times that when you set yourself up to be played by any of these at all, right? What will happen is that you should not completely blame them, because you have many of you have, you've positioned yourself to be played by them, even seeing through all the lies about our business. And like I said, it's not always cash. Oh, they don't pay you, Abi. No. Some people will even have to go and take out their money and spend it on Tinubu, and you will be like, "Oh, much is this in a jazz? This in a juju? This in a no?" Because the system, majority of una be pretenders. Majority of you are waiting for your chance, for your own turn. Nigeria is Nigeria turn by turn Nigeria Limited. Whatever disguise or anything you put up, everybody is waiting for his own turn, so that they can then justify their own criminality, like those who are there today. So I know all of that. I'm just telling you that you see, most people who are actually rooting for Tinubu, not be all of them that give cash. Some of them, they put their own cash out because of what they have been promised. Once we come in, we will give you this place. Once we come in, now your turn to you go be that place. Hey, sir, are you sure? I've always wanted to. It's up to you. Just do what you have to do. We'll give it to you. So then you will realize that some of them will begin to speak like, prof. Now they talk like this. A month ago, you are speaking so nice, so well. There are people like us who were admiring you. How come you suddenly turn to Tinubu this or that? They don't pay you. They didn't pay them. They've promised them either through him or through the third party and the rest of them. And that's why you see the army of all these supporters who are seeing his frailty, who are seeing his physical state, his mental state and all of that, his gas and his nonsense, that is gibberish and all of that, right? And they'll tell you he's the smartest person ever to be president of Nigeria. Do you think all of that is because of money? No, it's not always money. I'm not saying money no deal. Or some people are doing it because they have been told that you just need to deliver. If you deliver, you go shop. And because Nigeria is shop by shop, turn by turn, Nigeria Limited, where everybody feel pretend, say, I love Nigeria. Anybody wait till you say love Nigeria? Can't they excuse this madness, this establishment, this system, trying to be politically correct? Now, one way they wait for his own turn. If they shout, revolution now, change, we fight our oppressor, solidarity forever. Now, they are only hibernating among many of us. They are waiting for their call. Once they receive the call, they will dump all of you and they will join the train. And so many of you easily set yourselves up for some of these charlatans. You can see through them, but you still pretend that maybe they will not, or maybe they will not. And that's exactly what the system is all about. They offer them peanuts. And many of these guys you see today, human rights cash TVists, human rights cash TVists, they will sell you, sell your kidneys, sell your family if they have to have a place on their table. And it doesn't even matter whether they are in Nigeria or they are not in Nigeria. There are many other people who left Nigeria right now, outside Nigeria, and they are promoting all this nonsense because they themselves, they don't show bruku for where they are, and the only place where they believe that they could quickly close the gap, 20 years abroad, 30 years abroad, there's nothing to show for it. Now they join political party where we say the country where they know they live. Now they can't carry on for it, can't they fight everywhere? You think they love Nigeria? You think it's because they love Nigeria? You must be so dumb to believe that. It's because many of them have already failed wherever they are. They want something to close the gap. Nigeria is always going to fill in the gap. Then they are in Canada, they are in America, they are in London. They are telling you about the policy of criminals ruling Nigeria. And you believe them. They are only waiting for their turn or day. Some of them, we all came from somewhere, don't we? I am from Ogun State. If I suddenly start from abroad, start telling you how I love Nigeria, how everybody should be patient, you will not know that maybe I'm only building my CV for an appointment in Ogun State. One day you go just here say, they have appointed that Mayegun as special advisor to governor in Ogun State. She Mayegun a APC member, ni have been a PDP member. Say, you know, Mayegun just carry all of Unamugu. There are people who they carry you that mugu. And many of you on today, you are willing mugus who listen to them. Somebody where they are abroad, they tell you about Nigeria, to be patient, to relax, to support rogues and all of these things, and you believe them. You don't know saying a CV that they build. So when they take you build the CV, suddenly they say, I'm so disappointed in you. I thought you better be disappointed in yourself for believing in those who don't even believe in Nigeria. So when you see all of them, not be money that gives many of them. Oh, everybody is fighting for a space on that table where they go shall find so anything. You can imagine somebody who live who lived in in a more civilized country where law and order work, right? Decided to go and take an appointment in Nigeria, a political appointment of a 450,000 naira. 450,000 naira? That is about how much? That's about $500, Abi, or $400. Sorry, $400, right? Now $400. Somebody that is earning over $3,000, $4,000 in America decided to go and be a PA to somebody in Nigeria to collect 400,000 naira. Do you think it's about the 400,000 naira? It's because they know that they can get away with all the crime, all the looting, all the stealing. And only in Nigeria they could do that. So therefore, they build the CV abroad and they tell you all of this. And in most cases, you think it's all about money. No, some of them don't get any shishi. They are just there trying to be, to get their own space. And now you be their market. Now they trade. I respect Olu this and that in America. That brother, when he see, he's in America and he say all the good things about Nigeria, about APC, once they get what they are going to get, they will use you as the statistic of the people they have destroyed. You are setting yourselves up, if you ask me. So Kolu and gang telling them that all of you see everything we are doing here, all this one are waste of time. Nah, just formality. If you do well, I'll give you. You're going to be my government. It'd be like when Lord and Savior say you are going to sit with me when we get to heaven in my Father's kingdom, and you say, I want to sit with the Lord and Savior. That's what Kolu is to the hustlers that you call labor leaders and then labor politicians in Nigeria. And if you see what they are trading, all of them, they are trading, you are the commodity they are trading in. Nigerians. Anyway, that's just that. The other sad one is this reported killings of the people in Enugu. We have been seeing some of these reports in the last few weeks, especially this last couple of days, right? Where almost 60 people right now have been confirmed killed by the Fulani terrorists in Enugu. Now, the situation is getting worse and worse to the point that some of these images cannot actually be shared right now. And with what we know, Nigeria's or Boko Haram's agenda for the people of the eastern Nigeria, they intend to further wreck whatever is left of the economic fabric of that region through insecurity. So which means they will continue to ignore these incessant attacks, and the people are always going to be blamed for what? For being Igbos. So there are pictures I was going to share earlier, but I don't think I want to share them anymore. And then there are some clips as well I was going to share. They are so gory, and I'm not going to share them anymore as well. But at this point, I don't think I even have the, I even have the strength to go fully into that, because I mean, some images are just playing up in my head right now. And I remember how I felt when I was following that development, in the last few days, right? And the one that happened just 2 days ago, just yesterday rather, which honestly, anyway, I'm going to do a comprehensive one on that at some point, but I am going to further use this opportunity, right, to call on everyone concerned, especially when it comes to the eastern part of Nigeria, okay, that at this point, if people continue to be divided, okay, in your approach and everything, and then sort of fighting, many wars in many fronts, right? There will always be a period like this, a period of regret, a period of heartbreaks, where we wake up to hear that innocent people innocent people have been caught up in the crossfire of the Nigeria, state-sponsored insecurity in that part of the country. It breaks out. At the same time, it is also complicated when we have many of us. Sorry, all these pictures playing up my head won't make me want to go further on that. But like I said, when the wall is, where there's a crack on the wall, there is always going to be a bit of a sneaking, crawling in between. And this could be very fatal, like what we are hearing now. It was meant to be coordinated. It was meant to be so organized enough that trust and then, dependence can be built, on something that should have been a national call for the people of the Eastern Nigeria. It got polluted, it got infiltrated, and today it got weakened from inside. Now the people that were supposed to be the beneficiary of all these extra measures put in place to keep them away from the raging or ravaging terrorists called the Fulani terrorists in that part of the country or all over Nigeria, the purpose is almost defeated or weakened, as we can see. But when we keep the wall open, crack in the wall, there will always be these beastly crawlies that will crawl in and wreak havoc. It's sad. Thank you very much, by the way, for this. I am going to take one or two calls, just tradition, just to let everybody also add their own voice to this. But if you are up for that, okay, all you have to do is, pick up your phone, okay? Pick up your phone and you can call in and make your own contribution on the call as well, okay? I want to say thank you to everybody who has been part and parcel of our program of helping the people back in Yoruba land. The number is not so huge, but it is going to be very, very, it's going to be a very bold step that we are taking, and we intend to be successful with that. Okay, you might have questions, you might want update and all that. This would be will be the next conversation we're going to have. So don't go anywhere. When I get back, I am going to be taking calls tonight. Anyway, thank you very much for staying back. So this is the segment where we can take calls. You can ask questions and all that. So I got one question, which I just picked up right now, and that is from the African Wahala. Brother, yes, we should be having our People's Parliament soon. I am planning that we should be having like two. One in English and another one on the Yoruba, Yoruba stuff anyway. So yeah, it's going to be like all of us coming out here to speak our mind when it comes to that, okay? So I am just trying to see where and when I can possibly just nip that in, but I will let everybody know. African Wahala. Another thing is that if you had probably checked, let's see if we still have that there. If you have checked, right, you can now join the Yoruba Union Telegram group. I'm going to go get the link and share that with everybody, okay? So if you are a member of the Yoruba Union, what you can do is that you can go onto the Telegram, maybe now or later, download that. It's quite cool, okay? And then join us as a member. So you'll be able to have first-hand information about what is going on and where you can also be part of it and to contribute as, even somebody who can hold a particular position for us in tackling any kind of issue that we are, or any kind of challenges we are trying to surmount or something like that. So yes, join that Telegram. I've shared the link in the comment section, okay? Facebook and YouTube. So African Wahala, of course, we are going to have the People's Parliament very soon. Tomorrow is the 20th of December. So we probably will have it just very soon, okay? And I will announce it as usual, and you can be part of it as well, all right? So another thing here is that I have been briefed that our supplies, all the supplies that we'll need to reach out to the people we intend to reach out to across Yoruba land this Yuletide season. I have been briefed that we have gotten more than 50% of them in our custody, or should I say in our kitty. So which means that we are nearly ready to go. But we are also trying to make this very open to everybody that you can be part of this. So the number to call in order to be part of this, I am going to put that up soon. So don't go anywhere. And then you can reach out and say, well, I'm calling from Oshogbo, I'm calling from Akure, or I'm just reaching out from Abeokuta, I'm reaching out from Ijebu. Wherever you are reaching out from, you can reach out and say, what can I do? How can we be of help? In this case, so you have that conversation, you have that established contacts, and then we'll build it from there, okay? So, yeah, I think that's more or less about the announcements. Another one is to say thank you very much to everybody. I have been seeing responses, okay? Now, let me tell you something. You see that Telegram link, If you join us, it's a public forum, it's like public. But the difference is that when you say anything, or somebody says something or posts something, you can easily see them and react, okay? So from this Telegram, we can get up to 200,000 people. Are you with me? Like 200,000 people together in a place. Now, close your eyes, and then just think this for a moment. Let's say we have 200,000 of us from all over the place, yeah? All over the world, congregating in a single place, yeah? Where a single message can reach 200,000 of us who can at the same time take all these messages beyond that space, that platform. So I love it when Taiwo brought that up, and I'm happy that a lot of people are already joining. If you don't have Telegram, download it, okay? Go to the Apple Store, I've been an iOS store, go to the Google Store as well, the Google Play on your phone, and download Telegram. So when you download that, The moment it's going to ask you to sign up with your name, your email. So when you do that, yeah, you're going to pop up. Then it's going to ask you to join this link. You see this link I just sent on the screen? When you join that, So thank you very much if you go ahead and do that. So I mean, I like numbers. I'm somebody who love numbers, okay? And I'm glad that a lot of us are also interested in seeing how this can work. Great numbers can do great wonders. And when they begin to come together, where, online, offline, and the rest of them, when all of these processes, all of these activities, when they begin to fall in place, and the data keeping team are doing their best to keep the record of everything we are doing, data for data, now and then, yeah? I mean, we can easily track what we are doing. And I like that. I like being able to track what we are doing to see if we are making progress, fast or slow, or if we are actually stagnant. It's easier to do something like that. Tracking is one of the things that we are going to bring into this. So thank you if you are actually signing up on there. I'm not supposed to probably be monitoring this to determine how many of us have actually popped up. It doesn't really matter. The link is there. To everybody who has seen it, thank you. I've seen a lot of people. I've seen over 60 people already waiting now. Well done, all. So thank you very much for turning up. The link is on your screen. Use it if you think you want to be part of this. And the purpose is this. Let me tell you the purpose of that Telegram, okay? Everything that has to do with Yoruba Union, Yoruba, anything and everything you want to know, you can easily get access to them on that Telegram easily. How? You see, we are trying to put together a team led by Taiwo. For those who have joined, you would have seen his full name by now, Abi. So now Taiwo, Sir Taiwo, who is going to lead the team of the drafting committee. We are picking people who are also going to help us develop more and more and more of all these ideas until they become a comprehensive, accessible, readable content, readable document, something you can easily, you can criticize, you can support, you can do something you can easily take us on. So Taiwo is doing that. So all these ideas are going to be popping up on that Telegram. Now, when Taiwo and the rest of this team are sharing all these new drafts, we call them draft and ideas. When they begin to draft them and put them together, they will be dropping the piece by piece on the Telegram. And your opinions, your ideas, even more elaborate things that could be done with those ideas, small ideas can become bigger when other people decide to develop them. So that's why I love that. So you can be part of it. Open that link if you're already on Telegram. Join it. It's right there. Yoruba Union on Telegram. Now, if we should get up to 100,000, let me tell you the advantage of that, right? That's a big community. Now, you can then know if there's any major announcement coming up, if there's any major activity coming up in your area, in my area, or any area at all. You can follow and track all these activities, right? That's expected to be so well coordinated by discovering those of you who are really, really interested in making this happen. So yeah, go on and check it out. We have over 40 people already, which is great. I don't know how to do the counting, but I love it. It means that people are already responding. We were just about two of us when before I shared that with you. Now we have, hey, let's see. Yeah, we have over 40 to, almost 50 people right there now, joining. So, which is great. A lot of you are joining via the link, which is like you are invited by via the link, which is great. So thank you. So that's the idea, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to be part of something, a new, a new vision that is expected to be sort of a trackable, at the same time expected to be, realer enough that you can relate with. You have to be part of it. No one is going to do this for us. We all have to take a part, take a role, choose where you belong, choose where you think you can act well, and play your role well. So far, so good. We have something coming up. And the recruitment for this. Meanwhile, see, that Telegram group, it doesn't have to be anywhere. Wherever you are all over the world, you can join. It doesn't matter if you are in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. So you can join and be part of it too. And thanks to every one of you who are already turning up, okay? So I would probably be engaging people there, okay? We have people that are going to possibly be doing all of the, the content draft development and sharing. So every one of us should just be on the lookout and see where you can be very useful to help us. What do you call it? So don't worry, I'm going to reshare it. Somebody said they can't find the link. Try this. I'm posting it again. Check the comments. Okay. Now, on Facebook, on YouTube, check the comments. Meanwhile, sorry. I think I'm having an issue with that, my phone call again, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to be reading the comments and be answering some of the questions on this particular conversation until we get to get somebody on. So, Taiwo, I believe that people are already people are not like waiting anymore. They are reacting already. A lot of you have left the comment section on YouTube and you have started engaging yourselves on that Telegram. That's what we want. Engaging platform that is all about what are we doing as a people to bring our people together on this issue of Yoruba sovereignty, ideas, objectives, what's going to be the focus? How are we going to go about this? What role can you play? Where do you fit in? Where can you make this faster? Organize as well. Everybody is welcome. That's the point. Hello there.
Hello, Maigo.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Surviving. I can't complain, Baba. Thank you.
That's good to hear. We want to thank you and thank everybody for being part of this movement.
Thank you.
Especially Princess that devote a little bit of our time.
That's right.
To sure everything, all what we are trying to do and be part of the movement. I want to say special thanks to her.
Well, mama to no lele tamafiri wa. Taba ti wa rira wa ton, awa gbara wa mu ari pe force yen o. Ibi te mi se nwo lo niyen baba. Trust me.
Exactly. I see good thing coming out of it.
Me too.
Because when and the only reason why these people are being vulnerable to this politician is because there is no food to eat. So once anybody comes to their door and offer them a cup of rice, they will dance to their tune.
I mean,
and these politicians are so crooked to the extent that so you won't have a choice. You can't go back. So either you like it. So thank you for putting this up, and thank everyone that turned out to make sure all this come to real.
Exactly.
So
we can't thank them enough. Because we might wish, or if we don't have the resources to do it, it will just remain a wish.
Exactly.
Wish.
Exactly. And the other man in London, I forget his name. May God continue to bless him.
Amen.
And politicians, they are same thing already.
Our Nigerians, Nigerians man prefer criminals yato sira won. Tebari en tó bá ti mú kan dání nu, a fún yín ní 1 million reason tí yẹn fi better criminal me. So bó ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn. So and tó bá ti mọ̀ you will never be involved in the argument. You just watch them and laugh.
Not in any way, because I want to fellow cook for 1 year. Because at the end of the day, they are eating and dining on the same table.
That's it.
Oh my, Dino Milai said something sometimes ago on national TV himself. Yeah, Nigeria is so they always like to gather a row. Once if I say mo pe bi npa
wọ́n easy láti gather èrò now.
But about the phone lóúnjẹ, wọ́n wà. It's just like àgbàdo sílẹ̀ fẹ́ dìye tẹ fẹ́ pàjẹ́. Ṣé kò ní wá ni? Àjà tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ máa fi gbórí wá ẹ ti nà bẹ́ẹ̀ sí lọ́rùn.
Ṣé you get?
So
that you just killed one chicken will not deter the remaining chickens. So just give them, throw them àgbàdo again. That they saw that you just kill about 200 of their fellow chicken in front of them right now. If you go back with the àgbàdo, they will still run towards you.
There's something I don't understand, Michael. This Labour Congress or whatever they call it, I thought they're supposed to be an entity that don't have to do nothing with the politics.
They are supposed to be an entity that does nothing with politics, of course, but we know better now. We know that's...
So why did this open up to them to bring campaign to their door? Do you know that's how this Oshiomhole able to get
that's how he came to prominence now. That's how he became popular now. Shay, you don't forget Oshiomhole and Obankwa Obasanjo, you remember? We didn't know that Oshiomhole was just like 419 now. Baba, not today.
So the Doyin Okupe that just put into lighting now, one send the message in it. PDP, Labour Party, we are coming for you.
Anytime.
So you want to join, go play into our game. Then is it that go to budget to battery report?
Then anytime. We get. So don't pretend that you are better than us. Don't pretend that you are different. I feel like we're different.
Our judiciary system is messed up big time.
About 700 million naira. 700 million naira. Lioko 500,000. Loniko sued to avoid jail. 500K. If you go listen 500,000.
So now you can imagine to buy jelly go to fẹ́ wọn gbara.
Go to fẹ́ wọn gbara. Boy running.
Ẹ̀yin sọ pé tí o bá fẹ́ lọ sẹ́wọ̀n wọ́n lọ san 500 inú 400 to inú 700,000 million to kó jẹ.
500,000.
500,000.
Or go to
imagine. Imagine. So àwọn tó jẹ́ kó ṣe tó jẹ́ aṣòfin nínú ìlú yẹn náà wọ́n ti compromise. So then tó wá ṣe tó ṣe gangan tó yẹ kó get the justice. Kò síbi. You just have to play to their rules. But we are just doing our best to enlighten our people.
I mean, one day said, you know one thing, even the politicians, Baba, even the politicians all over Nigeria, somehow,
right?
They believe that one day, things will not be like it is anymore. Sure, you get like people that they are pushing about here and there. They know that one day, they will turn up against them, and that's why once they make enough money, they buy private jets so that they won't need the airport to anybody before they fly out. They know. But how long or when is what they don't know. So they just keep on doing what they are doing until the shocker will happen and they can disappear.
Well,
they can't sustain it. Let's be honest. So they can't sustain this. So it will get to a point whereby even if they think they are controlling, when they don't get food, where hunger really enter. Serious one, oh, Baba. When people begin to plan to cook their own children as food, when things get to that stage, well, we'll go see. Maybe not juju or real they are using on them, Baba.
I'm a joko, just like you've been saying.
Time will tell.
I joko about one run. I'm okay between now and January. We will see more to talk about.
Then we can even see clearer where this is headed. Kopemosa is just a bit over 2 months.
So I won't have much to say, Michael, other than thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the message you pass every single day. God will continue to be with you.
Amen.
And I want to pray for you. Yes, all we need is prayer. Because you are so healthy. For you to sit down where you are right now, talking to us, it takes a lot of courage for someone like you to devote your time. Don't care about what anybody say. And got anybody So
That's it.
some people might say Magun is out there to make money for himself. Fuck them.
But not today.
Sorry for using that language.
I mean, no, you know what I tell people?
Using that language.
See, you know what I tell people when they say that? I'm like, I do what I've been doing for the past 10 years. So if I get rewarded for it, for just doing the same thing I've been doing for 10 years, I know deserve them. On the side, let's just be real. Let's be real. Like, you have been doing something for 10 years. Suddenly they said, oh yeah, you get paid for those things.
I've been following you for so long.
You know?
I mean, I've been watching you since 2013, if I could remember.
See that?
I just
like
started
9 years ago.
I just started calling you in this year because I want to add my voice to it.
God bless you.
I've studied you to see, is this someone I can you never derail from saying the truth.
No.
I want a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people on social media. There was one guy they called Balogun Eko in that same London.
Oh,
that guy
that was always after Tinubu.
After Tinubu, all of a sudden,
the guy is not Tinubu's front runner. I said,
that's happening for the guy. Oh boy,
Is that actually real, Baba? Wait, is that real? I mean, the guy just said something favorable about Tinubu. Everybody just feel like he's saying good about him.
You know, after some times now, the guy went to Lagos. He's someone I know very well. He went to Lagos.
Yeah.
They called him a deal. So they're now telling me he must go out there and started saying good thing about this man. Kò sí ètò kan pẹ̀lú ṣe dáadáa pọ́nmọ́ ẹni mọ́ ẹni ṣe lórí kò gbúdọ̀ ṣe ní bẹ́ẹ̀ káfílẹ̀kẹ̀ sí dọ́mẹ́ ìdí òṣìwò àbílẹ̀kẹ̀ ò lẹ́nu.
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Fernand ṣá. I mean,
when money is hands, people say different all sorts of things. So that's the kind of person he was. I thought he was a spokesperson for we that could not, they can't hear you, they won't let go. Everybody more that he's a popular person. You get what I'm saying now? He has a lot of followers. People have been following him for so long, which I do too.
Dedicated time to story Tinubu, to mama so history Tinubu, ati to make up, ati to read, ati to read. So man,
I'm telling you, that man was saying absolutely truth.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying now? He was oh, of course. Because also I'm going to buy key biba waji omo Eko gan abi omo Lagos Island gangan ni. Pé ọ̀gbẹ́ni wa àwọn tó ń bú lórí social media tó bá fẹ́ ká nù wá gba kàrántì kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ ilé tó fẹ́ ká máa sọ ló ṣe ń kọ.
believe yìí pé irú àwọn ordinary threat bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó yẹ kó mú èèyàn tí ò kì í gbé Nàìjíríà for real like ṣé yẹ kó really believe that.
Like I told you, I know this guy personally.
You do? Okay.
He run a restaurant. In London. So there are people that come to his restaurant telling me, "Oh, but it was like why my jumbi or rather that alone something." I just one more. I want to know more. I want Benny no more.
What's it deal with more already in so many ways?
2 days wọ́n náà síta ọ̀gbẹ́ni bọ́sí bẹ́ẹ̀ máa sọ nǹkan tó yẹ kó sọ o máa bọ́ àsìkò jọ́ tó bá ti wá àsìkò gbígbé la máa gbé ẹ̀ so tó bá ti ká ṣe ọ̀gbẹ́ni bọ́ sórí ibẹ̀ yẹn padà kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ tí kò tó yẹ kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ tó yẹ kó sọ.
ẹ̀mọ̀kan wàláì tí mo bá yẹn kò possible but tí mo bá encounter irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tí máa turn around ẹ máa gbọ́ tí mo máa turn around tí máa tọ kámẹ́rà mi yìí tí máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pọ́n àwọn olórí burúkú yìí lé mo máa ti gbogbo social media ni ní rí mi lọ́wọ́ lórí social media.
I was expecting to just not to say nothing at all kókò walk away kó má sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ká má gbọ́.
Exactly, just walk away àwọn èèyàn tẹ̀ ní notice.
I expect him to do this, just get off social media and stop talking about politics.
Walk away, exactly. àwọn èèyàn ló máa béèrè pé where this guy now and nobody.
You see? What did you talk about, Benny? Bọ́sórí ibẹ̀ yẹn, I'm telling you what I'm saying now, I saw it. Pé bọ́sórí ìyá àbọ̀ ìwọ́n tó sọ pé Adégún tó bá Adégún yẹn láì bọ́sí bẹ̀.
Tó sọ pé Adégún yẹn ló máa sọ pé ó ti gún padà.
Pé àrẹ máa sọ pé Adégún padà pé Tinubu la máa dìbò fún. But you was the part of the people.
And the guy tó bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ again with that same straight face seriousness yẹn náà ló ṣe fi ń sọ́nà àbí. Abomanrẹ́rìn.
No, if you sorrow. No, seriousness, no, if you sorrow.
Serious. No, ló ṣe ń ṣe náà. You cannot shame the shameless. Come on, so
and you know the funny thing the guy did? He blocked his comment section, so anybody will not write anything against whatever he's saying. So why did you block his comment section? So Abrodian stands on it. You get what I'm saying? The guy know the truth.
I know.
But because of his own pocket and the only self interest, he derived from Odokuro Lori or not.
It won't be the first. I've seen a lot of people anyway. And like you said, 10 years ago when I started, Baba, some of those people who later said, I like this guy. Some of them, not be all of them like me when I first started. Some felt like what I was doing was right. But is that why you went abroad? Face your
like I told you, when I'm cooking in my kitchen, you are doing the spitting in your kitchen when you place your video, when you place your phone on your distance. Say, let me just listen to what this man is talking about. He was not talking about any one of these people. You are not talking about Yoruba nation at that time. But you were just talking about the bad governance.
Go on.
You were just talking about the bad governance. So I said, well, let me see what this guy is talking about. You open my eyes. Where I call my friend and say, are you hearing what this guy is talking about? He said, no. I said, okay, go on YouTube. Search this person. Go and listen to him. Tell me what you think. Some people might say, oh, that guy is just being biased. I had a particular guy that was telling me, well, maybe he's working for a politician. I said, well, when someone is talking about the bad governance, it was particularly about one person. Don't condemn Igbo people. Igbo are not the problem of Nigeria if you look at it.
I mean,
right? If they are the problem, these people say we want to go. These people say we want to go, let them go so the problem can leave.
At least, if they have the problem and they want to leave, let them go. Why are you killing them?
Let them go.
And criminalizing
Why are you killing them? You know what I'm saying now? But because people around me loju won't feel real. Ojú no shit to call on the gbàmọ́ lágbárí àwọn kan wà pé Ọlọ́run ẹ kò ti fọ́ ojú wọn tó ń fi ríran ẹ Ọlọ́run mọ̀ pa ọmọ ò lè ríran ara ẹ padà. But these people have eyes, wọ́n lọ́pọlọ lórí Ọlọ́run ló mọ orí ọpọlọ tó wà lórí wọn, but they are just so.
I think it's not about the ọpọlọ, sir. I think it's about the selfishness. See, a lot of work in fair admit, see, you know, it takes a lot of it takes a lot of self-discipline, right? To admit that if somebody, like other people, like to admit or acknowledge they are suffering, it takes a lot. Now, if you are in any way connected to how they are suffering, it takes a lot of emotional intelligence, right? To admit and say, oh, this is not right. Sure, you get. If you look at why people are why we are dealing with ourselves this way, and why some people are quiet, keeping quiet, and why some people are supporting them, even though they are not the one unleashing this violence, it's all bordered on selfishness. Okay? If no be me, then they beat. What is my problem? If I am not the one that they are taking his money, why am I complaining?
Right.
If I am not the one that they are being abused, what is my business? All this kind of selfishness, right? The reason why people are easily divided and say, I don't want to allow. Hey, and then others will say, kill him, beat him, burn him, beat him, do this. It's all these biases.
Sir. On Friday, by now I was supposed to be in Nigeria. Right?
Yeah.
When I get to Atlanta Airport, could you believe that plane I was supposed to go with is overbooked? A lot of people still want to go back home and celebrate Christmas.
I know.
You know what happened that day?
Tell us.
Airline, well, flight is cool. And to decide to cancel, we will give you 2,500 to cancel the flight and go next day. We will pay you hotel. We pay you 2,500 to go on the next available flight. Do you know what I did?
Tell us.
I asked the lady, can you return my money back? She said, sure. and I will still get paid for that 2,500. He said, sure. I said, give it to me. Because more advantage at this advantage of me going to Nigeria at that moment.
Like,
I'm not saying.
Nah.
But this ticket I was thinking of going now, I bought it as far as July.
Yeah.
So opportunity
some prefer that whatever they want to do with themselves, whether they're going to have their election or they are not going to have it, whether there's going to be post-election there's not going to be anything. Majority are now just putting all their plans to after May. You know, there's after their election, post-election wahala, if they do amo,
right,
then the change of government transition, a lot is expected to happen between January, the election. After it, a lot of smart people are now feeling like, except it is extremely necessary. Yeah, they are not planning to be in that place until after their transition.
I was like, after all, I never tell anybody I was coming. Because anybody
so there's nobody.
So it was just like anybody. But the opportunity they give me a gift, they give me a debit card.
Yeah.
Boss in flight àdúgbò mi mo dẹ̀ padà sílé kò tọ́jú fún ètò bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́n pa mo rò pé òun lọ bìkan ni because àdìmí ìdágbére fún anybody tí mo lọ.
You know.
Wọ́n àpò ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí nígbà tí ìlú yẹn ò bá ṣe tí kò sùn wọ̀n. Anybody bá pè mí sìn kò sẹ́nibọ̀dì fẹ́ pè.
And it's
so it's not safe.
Àwọn kan wà tó yẹ pé tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ Naija they play on my plan and àwọn yóò understand kìíní ìsà right irú èmi ń sìn tó yẹ pé Naija dá ó sì dá ni tí bá fẹ́ lọlé tí mo fẹ́ kó family mi lọ. I would love to drive and take them to all the neighboring states, communities, some of those lovely places. But I can't do that now.
Cannot do that anymore. You can't. The lifeline in Lagos, especially, has been taken away. So, in order for you to enjoy the lifeline, you have to go and pay security. Maybe go to one of your
you get. Meanwhile, you are not safe. No. In fact, some people don't understand that when you have money, like you see, not having money in Nigeria is a problem. Even having money is also a problem. Sure, you know. Now, if you say you want to provide your own security, they will give you 4 mopo, okay, or maybe 5 if you get money that much, or they may give you more. But if they give you 4. Now, you put 1 inside your own main car. Then you provide them a dispatch car that will take about 3 of them and another driver to protect you.
Right.
On so many occasions, sir, they kill all these policemen like Sahara. Every time you hear that they kidnap so and so somebody, or they kill somebody and his police, they will tell you about the person killed. They won't talk about the police orderly killed. Now, Sahara, that they killed them today, this day. So nobody is safe.
That's right.
Even with your police orderly.
Nobody. That's right. So that's what we are telling the people back home now. That promote our people more. Ẹ jókòó sí bẹ́ẹ̀ bí bò bá ṣe dì kó ń ṣe dandan. Ẹ jókòó sí lè ṣé gbogbo àwọn tẹ́lẹ̀ tó bọ́ tá à ń sìn kó fẹ́ dìbò yẹn. Àlẹ́rù kó wà tó ní group credibility láti dìbò fún tó fẹ́ change ìlú yìí with the same 1999.
Àwọn tá à ń gbórúkọ wọn lọ náà.
Of course. So this same set of
the miracle worker nítorí 2023
recycling
criminals.
And this same set of people now, okay, so much they don't support anybody. But Showere was not a politician. He's not a politician. He has never held a political office. Why can't he join hands with that guy that has been promoting the revolution for a long time?
No,
support him. They say, that guy.
If you want to see, Baba, yo, Baba, see, if you bring Tinubu and you push Showore, the 2 of them, and you say the people should pick one. It won't shock me. I don't know if it will shock you. That even those who told you publicly that they don't like Tinubu, they will go for Tinubu and ignore Showore. It is what it is, Baba.
Of course.
Here you get. So that is why I'm like, Showore. I just don't know why Showore is still so much. Well, we are different anyway. He has his passion.
Because it's I
can say it to him.
It's the way it is. Which is the kind of person we want anyway. tó bá dẹ̀ change àti mọ̀ pókè òun náà ti wà lára àwọn agbẹ̀yìnbẹ̀bọ̀jẹ́ nìyẹn. It will not be so difficult to cast him out because we know what he kò lè wá kúrọ́ fún wa sí pé Sahara reporter yẹn tóun ní tẹ́lẹ̀ ló generate $4 billion tóun fi ra létí bàtà àbúrò àbíkọ́ ti declare asset yẹn ó jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé Samsung phone lòun ní 3-bedroom flat níbì kan. So kò lè wá go from 3-bedroom flat to sí ilé ní Balada Island àbí ní Texas níbí bá. Which is not possible.
Multi-million, hundreds of millions of dollars in America.
So I see no reason why people don't use their common sense to see, okay, even though we want to vote, let's vote for someone that did not even know nothing about the politics.
They love their criminals, Baba. That's the reason why they will never go that way.
They love their politicians, and I will come and say, boy náà ń ṣe pẹ̀lú wọn bóyá wọn láàdì wọn ni Ọlọ́run nìkan ló mọ̀ Ọlọ́run á kó wọn yọ o.
àmì o kọ́kọ́ àwọn yọ náà láì jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà tí èyí ń sìn nǹkan kan ṣáà na something to kill man. Anyway, thank you so much, Baba. In fact, I enjoy you keeping the gap, right? I have been having issue with the calls again, and I don't know what I'm going to do. So you staying on having this long chat with me makes this conversation even more interesting, in my own opinion. So thank you, Baba. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you very much,
We'll do our best.
Feni, that's what we can do. And thank you. Continue doing what you're doing.
Of course.
And we are solid behind you.
I know.
Because
I know.
You are my own what is it called? Abu for
I have your conscience and your subconscious mind. Somebody that can always get you to think and say, oh God.
Oh
man.
yeah.
Man. No more my mind. You get
my family knows.
God bless
time for me to listen to you. I tell everybody not to come in my room. I sit down, listen every single day. So if you don't want to be part of my conversation, you need to go.
Then you
so after now, when I'm on the dining table with my family, I relate a message to them. So they can know exactly what Nigeria is all about. I did not promise you I'm going to be here for the rest of my life. But don't tell me I did not
understand where I come from, and how you're going to face them if I'm no longer here. I like that.
If I'm no longer here,
I like that.
So
they will not mislead me. And in my lifetime, I discovered there will be a day, there will be a day our kids ask us,
posterity. I will not want our posterity. So I will not want to have my kids ask that kind of question.
Yes.
Because our parents, one way or the other, they fail us by shying away from the truth.
They will say they did their best. Ẹnu ẹ̀ làwa náà wà yìí o náà àwa náà tí wàá ń dàgbà sí àti ń bímọ o àwọn ọmọ wa náà máa padà bí lọ́wọ́ wa létà pé kí ló dé kí lè ṣe sí.
The kids of nowadays, they are not shy or scared to tell their parents.
You are right.
Exactly what it is. They are not shy to ask questions. Oh man, láti gbóná wojú parents wọn. Dad, why did you do this? Mom, why did you do this?
And
is that the right thing to do?
They will demand answer. No, they are not just asking. They will demand answer. You must have answer for them.
You must have an answer to it. So if you don't want to mislead your kids at home, then you have to be able to tell the truth at all times.
That's all you hold them. That is all you hold them. Stop telling them they are from a great country, a great this or that, or a terrible leader. Tell them the truth. Please tell them the truth.
Oh yeah. I tell them the truth all the time.
God bless you.
I tell them the truth that there's a possibility I will not be here tomorrow. So don't tell me I did not tell you. My kids, my first child already know exactly what Nigeria is all about. He understands it. So God bless you.
And
thank you for
it's been a pleasure, Baba. You and I had a chat for almost half an hour. I've never had that in a long time. So thank you for spending your time with us.
I don't have to leave, but I have to let you go.
God bless
you. Have a wonderful night.
I'm actually like the one that will have to let you go. If not, if I keep you all night here, you won't know it all. You will realize that you'll be with me for like an hour. And you'll be like, 1 hour?
I know.
Even though you didn't plan it. But thank you so much for your time, Baba. You have a good one.
Thank you.
Yes, I am going to take a quick break. I have another caller, but I'm going to beg my caller to hang on for me for a minute. Hello there. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello, yes, I can hear you,
You can hear me, sir.
Hello,
So please,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you too. Can you please hang on there for me for just 1 or 2 minutes, right? I just want to do a quick review, and then when I get back here, we can continue. So please don't go anywhere. One moment.
No problem.
Sorry for that, okay? Hello, sir.
Hello, Mayegun. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ yìí omi ò fẹ́ sọ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ mo ti rò pé ìgbà tí mo bá wá sí Glasgow ni màá wọ́nà láti màá sapá màá wọ́nà láti rí ẹ̀ kéde àjọsọ one by one. Bọ̀tẹ́ tó sọ̀rọ̀ tán sí yìí ó dọ́gbọ́n sọ ọ̀rọ̀ kan. Rẹ́pọ̀ máa sọ nípa rẹ̀ sí báyìí.
Ẹ sọ ojú abẹnikó kó
ojú abẹnikó náà nìyí. Torí mo ti sínú pé orígbà tó ṣe series lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tàwọn ọmọ Yorùbá part 2 yẹn ó mẹ́nu bà ń bẹ̀. Ó dẹ̀ ti wà náà tèmi ti pẹ́ tí a ti ń wà lẹ́nu rẹ̀ torí a ti rí i pé ó ń bọ̀ wá yẹn ò tiẹ̀ sínú. Ìgbà tí wọn náà dẹ̀ wá máa sọ ó dárúkọ ó pèdè kan ó ní kó lé ó gbélé pé bóyá kó lé ó gbélé ń bọ̀. Ó ń bọ̀ Máyégún. Ìdí nìyí o.
Ẹ jẹ́ oyé wa.
Mi ò ní tú délẹ̀ náà but máa ra nígbà tí àwọn kan gba owó ní àti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn Yorùbá nation kí n má dárúkọ pé látọ̀dọ̀ Ìgbòho bí wọ́n gba 10,000 million or 20,000 million tí wọ́n ní wọ́n lọ gbé fún àwọn Biafra kò ní ìdìbò àyẹ̀sẹ̀ ń tọ́ra wa àwa mo ti pè lórí ọ̀rọ̀ lórí program Biafra nígbà tí mo ti rí i pé àwọn kan ti ń lọ́ọ̀dì àpò láti bá Simon Ekpa let me put it that way categorically now tí wọ́n ti ń lọ́bì tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe pẹ̀lú rẹ̀ kó tó di pé gbà tí wọ́n wá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ make pronouncement pé àwọn aláìmọ̀ there is something that have been going on before and then nígbà tí àwọn unknown gunman tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ń ṣe kinní níbi tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe ní side ní Ceylon yẹn tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe síta tó tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe mo àti mọ̀ pé nígbà tí wọ́n bá fòdì mọ́ wọn bẹ̀ yẹn ọ̀dọ̀ wa ni wọ́n ń sábọ̀ ìkú ni wọ́n ń sábọ̀ wọ́n wá tèkú lọ mọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ náà ìgbà tí wọn ò bá ríbi sá sí mọ́ so kó tó wá di wípé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wá ń àṣírí yẹn iṣó yẹn ń dọ́gbọ́n sun ẹni wọ́n ṣóṣó yẹn ó wá ń dọ́gbọ́n rùn jáde àwa ti ń gbọ́ torí mi súnmọ́ àwọn èèyàn yìí a ti ń gbọ́ mo dẹ̀ pé mo pè sí orí ejiobicat mo tún bá Ikenga sọ̀rọ̀ live nípa yẹn mo pe Simon gbà kan ó blọọkì mi pàápàá ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé mo pè lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí pé gbogbo tó bá ń ṣe níbẹ̀ yẹn kó má jẹ́ kó dé ọ̀dọ̀ wa ó insult mi ó block because àti rí fífin rẹ̀ wọ́n sígbà tí wọ́n náà yẹ kó wá máa sọ níjọ́ yẹn Máyégún.
Ẹ ti mọ̀ sí húlẹ̀húlẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe pé ní iṣó tó ti rùn lábẹ́lẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ṣé mo pé lára àwọn nǹkan tí ó fà á lára àwọn nǹkan tó fà á tí èmi fi tètè ké gbàjarè sà òun ni wípé tí a bá sọ pé ìyà ń jẹ àwọn èèyàn wa tá a fojú rí a dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí ìyà jẹ àwọn èèyàn wa gbé a ò tún gbọdọ̀ lọ́wọ́ sí ohun tí ó bá máa kó ìnira bá wọn ká sọ pé à ń jà fún wọn ìyẹn ló jẹ́ kí n tètè pariwo síta pé a ò ní jẹ́ kí ilé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá o ìdí tí wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ ṣe àmọ́ o ṣùgbọ́n kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ tó bá gbìyànjú ẹ̀ ń kọ́ wọ́n á kó wọn wọ́n á kó ẹbí wọn wọ́n á kó àwọn èèyàn tá mọ̀ bó jẹ́ ìlú òyìnbó lọ́wọ́ àá rí i pé wọ́n ṣàwọn
èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹnìkan àwa ti múra yẹn ṣùgbọ́n pé kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ Máyégún yàgbàgbé ẹ̀ torí wọ́n ti gba owó ẹ tó dẹ̀ gbowó tó ti lù wọ́n jìbìtì yóò fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ bí ò tiẹ̀ ṣe débi kinní kan.
yóò fẹ́ ṣàṣe pé ẹ ṣáà rí pé mo ní àwọn èèyàn lọ fẹ́ kí n ṣe tán ẹ̀ka tó ṣe o.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni a gbọ́dọ̀ tara wa and then nígbà tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ti wá lè make pronouncement kan náà ti aláìmọ́ tí wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé ẹni tí ò bá dùn mọ́nú kó lọ họ́ǹgì transformer ọ̀rọ̀ ńlá ni
wọ́n ní kémi lọ fò látòrí bíríìjì ni.
wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n tẹ tó jù yẹn lọ fẹ́mi náà ìyẹn ò ṣe problem kò sí wọ́n sọ tó jù yẹn lọ mo kàn wá fẹ́ sọ pé ò fẹ́ mẹ́nu bá mo ti rò pé ìgbà tí mo bá wá ni màá wọ́n náà ta máa rí wa
ìgbà nísìnyí a máa ṣe people's parliament ní ọ̀rọ̀ yìí lórí ó máa jẹ́ people's parliament ní Yorùbá oníkálukú tó ní kọ́kọ́ sọ ẹni tó mọ̀ ń gbà ó ti eyín sìn àsìkò tó oníkálukú máa wá sọ ti níta gbangba ń bọ̀ ṣẹ́gẹ́sà ìyẹn ni kọ́kọ́ o ẹni tó ní ìbéèrè àsìkò àti béèrè òun náà ń bọ̀ ẹ wá mọ nǹkan.
nígbà tí wọ́n ṣe pronouncement yìí
ìjọ tá a bá ṣe
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
a wà ní link yẹn síta gbangba débi pé ẹ̀yin gò ní mẹ́ni tó ń bọ̀ èmi gò tiẹ̀ ní mẹ́ni tó ń bọ̀ nígbà gbogbo wọn bá tan kámẹ́rà la máa rí ra wa.
èmi fẹ́ wà níbẹ̀ torí àmì ti gbáradì èmi fẹ́ wà níbẹ̀.
a máa ṣe
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
ṣe rí a ò ní gbọ́ nípa pé ìtàjẹ̀sílẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lórí orúkọ Yorùbá nation ká wá dákẹ́ ìyẹn ló jẹ́ pé gbogbo àwọn táwọn kan ń ṣe gbogbo eléyìí èyí táwa ń sọ yìí kì í ṣe nítorí pé a fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan kọjá a fẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ wípé kò sẹ́nì kankan nínú wa tí ó fi ọwọ́ sí ìwà jàgídíjàgan ìwà pààyàn-bẹ́nìtì lórí àwọn èèyàn wa ńṣe ni gbogbo wa fẹ́ pa ẹnu pọ̀ a ò pé kí gbogbo wa pa ẹnu pọ̀ ká kóra wa jọ ká gbára wa sílẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti pa wá ká máa ṣe nǹkan kan àwọn Fúlàní ajínigbé
ọ̀rọ̀ ti jù yẹn lọ àwọn tákìlẹ̀ Fúlàní kan náà ti gba owó ńlá ni wọ́n ti gbà àti ara wọn náà ti jọ ń tú síta láti bí ìjọ mẹ́rin.
àní wọ́n gba Ìgbòho kan sọnù owó náà ẹ gbọ́ sí yẹn náà. Ìgbòho kan ta property tó kówó fún wọn lórí pé.
òtítọ́ ibi ni nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe pronouncement yẹn mo pè mo ní ká má jẹ́ kí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ promise àwọn ipop gan pé kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n ń pariwo tí wọ́n ń ṣe gbogbo ìgbà tó dijọ́ ẹ̀ tí wọ́n ṣe kínní wọ́n pè mí wọ́n ní kò tán mi Ikenga ní South Africa gan tó pè mí mo ní òkè n tí máa ṣe mo pe omíyalé mo pè direct nítorí mo mọ̀ pé oríkọ́ọ̀dù kínní mi gangan pàpà mo ní kó pe Sunday Igboho lásìkò yẹn ó dẹ̀ ní kí n fún ní kí ní 5 minutes ó máa pè padà mo tó pè padà ó ní bàbá Akíntóyè wá ti gbá nǹkan kan wá sí gbá mo mọ̀ pé nígbà tó pe bàbá Akíntóyè nígbà tí wọ́n gbọ́ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni wọ́n ṣe kinní mọ́ èmi náà ò dẹ̀ pè wọ́n títí dì sí mi ò tẹ̀ láago wọn mo ti delete nọ́mbà Sunday tí mo ti delete but this is it àwa ti pẹ́ nídìí kinní yìí
wọ́n desperate lọ́wọ́ ìyá àdó ẹni jẹ́ kí wọ́n ba iṣẹ́ rere táwọn èèyàn kò ṣe jẹ́.
ẹ wo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní last week fún 5 days sit at home olóò aboyún tí wọ́n lọ pàṣẹ ẹni tó lọ pẹ̀lú ọmọ inú rẹ̀ àtàwọn mìíràn ti ṣébulẹ̀ tipa àtàwọn nǹkan mìíràn àti property tí wọ́n ń bàjẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé ní area Anambra sì kò sí kinní mọ́ kinní wọ́n ṣe ọ̀tọ̀ níbi tẹ́lẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń táwọn èèyàn kó kinní wọn lọ tẹ́ ń kó business lọ àwọn ọmọ bíbú ò lè padà lọ lẹ́ka sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣe Christmas káfẹ́ lọ ṣe Christmas ó ti àwọn.
wọ́n ti wá sọ di ẹ wo ẹ mọ nǹkan àyàn kan béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi nígbà pé àmáyégún ó tiẹ̀ dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa tí ò bá ti sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ major one tó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú èèyàn tí ó jẹ́ kí irú mi sọ fáwọn kí lọ ṣàlàyé fáwọn ọmọ Yorùbá wípé lóòótọ́ ó lè máa sọ fún yín pé Nnamdi Kanu báyìí o ẹ̀yin ò ṣe fún ní ìṣẹ́jú díẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń sọ bóyá tẹ bá gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń sọ ẹ realize pé yàtọ̀ sí pé àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ àìdá olórí níbi olórí lọ́hùn tó jẹ́ Yorùbá tó jẹ́ Haúsá tó jẹ́ Ìgbò tó ń bájà tó ń ṣépè kò ní gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ on behalf gbogbo ẹ̀ nǹkan tí Nnamdi Kanu ń jà fún gbogbo èèyàn tó wà Nàìjíríà pátá ló yẹ kó máa jà fún o tẹ bá listen dáadáa o ẹ jẹ́ ayọ̀ gbogbo bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ayọ̀ yẹn kúrò sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan náà ká wá gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń sọ yẹn kẹwàá rí i pé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń jà fún kọ́ o tí gbogbo wa bá la tílẹ̀ dáadáa gbogbo wa ló yẹ ká máa jà fún irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ní gbogbo bí táwa ṣẹgẹ́ tí ń sìn gbogbo ìgbà tó ń ṣe ń gbà yẹn tí Nnamdi Kanu bá sọ pé ẹran tí ìgbà tó fi sílẹ̀ ń gbà yẹn sà tó bá ṣe ilẹ̀ máa rọ́ ni ó ní agbára tó lè take over host, ó lè take over gbogbo east pẹ̀lú announcement ẹyọ kan. Àwọn kan ready láti jẹ́ kó pa àwọn nítorí Kanu báyìí. Tí Kanu bá sọ pé káwọn ṣe nǹkan báyìí. Gbogbo ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú bágbára ẹ̀ ṣe tó ẹ̀sà. Nnamdi Kanu ò torí ẹ̀ sọ pé kí àwọn ènìyàn ṣe báyìí àbí kó má ṣe báyìí. Nígbà tí àsìkò dé tí ó dé level kan àwọn tó jẹ́ olórí wọn nílẹ̀ Ìgbò tí wọ́n pe Nnamdi Kanu pé wá gbẹ́lẹ́ gbogbo kíní yìí kí ló fẹ́ ká ṣe nǹkan 10 ní Nnamdi Kanu nìkan ṣe nínú 10 èyí tó ṣe ìkẹwàá nínú ẹ̀ ní referendum gbogbo nǹkan tó kù níbẹ̀ pápátá nípa good governance ni nípa báwọn èèyàn ṣe máa ríṣẹ́ nípa báwọn èèyàn bọ́ ṣe máa ṣọ̀nà nípa bí iná ṣe máa wà ní east nípa bí iṣẹ́ ṣe máa wà nù nǹkan tó kọ sílẹ̀ o èyí tó ṣe 10-1 ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹwàá referendum pé kó jẹ́ kí àwọn Ìgbò kan decide bóyá wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà bí wọ́n sì Nàìjíríà pé wọ́n pé padà mọ́ lọ́kọ̀bọ̀n lọ lé ẹ̀tọ́ lọ́pàá yẹn àmì tó fẹ́ lọ́pàá yẹn ṣẹ́gẹ́sà irú ẹni tèmi rí nìyẹn tí mo wá ṣe àlàyé ẹ̀ fún àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ẹgbẹ́ mi pé tẹ́ bá lọ ń jẹ́ kọ́ lọ máa fi gbogbo irọ́ tó ti ń pa nígbà láti 1966 tó jẹ́ pé òun lẹ̀ ṣì ń tẹ̀lé sì kẹ́ la ojú iṣẹ́ tó bá ṣe tó pẹ̀lú àwọn pípù yìí àwa Yorùbá la next o wọ́n á deal pẹ̀lú wa kọjá ní ti àwa nírẹ́ni sọ pé
ìwà tó máa wọ́ọ̀sì àwa tá a bẹ̀rù gbà tó jẹ́ pé fàájì nìkan la mọ̀ ó wà ń bẹ̀ nìkan la mọ̀ ìwà ló máa wọ́ọ̀sì.
wá jókòó síbí ẹ̀sà báwo lè yan ṣe máa jókòó síbí nígbà tí mo mọ̀ pé nígbà tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ síta tòmù yìí wọ́n náà máa fi ọ̀nà ìjọ́kíjọ́ tí Nnamdi Kanu bá lọ sílé ẹjọ́ ni.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ìyẹn
tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn o ṣe nígbà tí síta tòmù kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbàrà nílẹ̀ Ìgbò wọ́n fi ń ọ̀nà àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ̀bi àwọn tí wọ́n pa nígbà civil war ni.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni gbogbo ẹ̀ mo mà mú fọ́tò wọn dáadáa.
nígbà tó wá dípò mú Nnamdi Kanu wọ́n fi ẹni ọjọ́ tí Nnamdi bá ti lọ sí kóòtù àwọn máa jókòó sílé ni. gbogbo aláwọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà nǹkan táwọn èèyàn bá pa òun ni wọ́n ń jẹ ìlú òyìnbó làwa wà a ò bá la ṣe máa jókòó sí ìlú òyìnbó tó máa sọ pé a fẹ́ gba òmìnira fáwọn èèyàn kan jókòó sílé fódìdí ọjọ́ 5 ẹni bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ fẹ́ pa wọ́n ẹni bá sọ pé kẹ́ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ sọ wọ́n dọ̀tá ẹni bá sọ pé eléyìí ò dá báyìí ẹ sọ wọ́n dìgbà ẹ wá sọ gbogbo ẹ ọ̀rọ̀ pé a fẹ́ gbòmìnira ẹ wá dàbí ìgbà tó yẹ pé àwọn kan wà tí ó dà pé Ọlọ́run wà náà tí wọn kọ́ wá gbé mi àti ń kúrò lóko ẹrú èmi ò sí ní oko ẹrú tírú àwọn ènìyàn ń project.
kò
sẹ́ni kankan nínú wa tó wà ní oko ẹrú tó ń project o àwọn èèyàn tó ti ní àrùn ọpọlọ àwọn èèyàn tó ti ní àrùn ọpọlọ ẹ̀sà àwọn èèyàn tó ti ní àrùn ọpọlọ wọ́n ti fi ọ̀nà àlùmọ̀kọ́rọ́ yìí wọ́n ti wọ inú ògiri tó lanu ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ ń bẹ àwọn open chapter lé lórí láìpẹ́.
ọ̀rọ̀ agbọ́dọ̀ open rẹ̀ because títà tó mò ń bọ̀ wá sí Lagos tó ń bọ̀ wá.
òun ni wọ́n fẹ́ push ilẹ̀ Yorùbá so láti jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá mọ̀ pé àwọn ò ṣeré wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yìnbọn níbi wọ́n á yìnbọn lọ́rùn so lè jẹ́ ká sọ pé jókòó sílé o tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá jókòó sílé a máa pa yín ni o.
adẹ̀tìmọ̀ àwọn tó wà nídìí àwọn tó mú wọn bọ̀.
a máa dárúkọ wọn ṣe ibi tó ṣe kíní dé a máa release gbogbo contact tó bá dojú ẹ o ṣé tí wọ́n bá yìnbọn ẹyọ kan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àrílísì fọ́tò wọn àrílísì ilé wọn àdírẹ́sì wọn àrílísì gbogbo èèyàn tá a mọ̀ wọn àti bí wọ́n ṣe lè rí wọn.
a máa kọ̀ntáàkì ẹ ní kọ́ntáàkì àwọn èèyàn tá a nídìí Nàìjíríà náà a máa kọ̀ntáàkì wọn láti takun wọn.
a máa kó wọn.
a máa láti takun wọn.
ẹ rí i pé wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ jákèjádò kan sí ìsà ẹ̀sà.
àtẹ tó wà ní gbogbo rẹ̀ agbọ́dọ̀ kó wọn ní ìyàwó òun.
ẹ má wọrí ojú àmì mo rántí ìgbà tí èmi àti ọ̀rẹ́ mi àná Adéyínká Grandier ti sà gbogbo èèyàn tó mọ̀ wá tó
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni òun náà ó ṣépè fún mi dáadáa ó lé mi sọmọ Yorùbá gidi ó ṣépè fún mi ó lọ́mọ Ìgbò ní mi.
Yínká ní ayé Yínká tẹ́ bá rántí Yínká sọ pé àwa Yorùbá kan wà à ń ṣe Yorùbá gidi àwọn Yorùbá kan wà àwọn gbogbo ní Yorùbá gidi.
ó sọ fún mi èmi gángan ló ń sọ ó ní àfi Yorùbá lè mi.
yìí pé ẹ̀yin bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe àwọn àfi Yorùbá yẹn tó bá lọ wò yín dáadáa ó lè jẹ́ màmá yín àbí bàbá yín ó ti fẹ́ Haúsá rí àbí ó ti fẹ́ Ìgbò rí.
gbogbo àwọn ìdí yìí
ẹ máa mọ tí àṣírí yẹn sọ fún mi èmi lè sọ fún mi.
Ìbàdàn gángan pọ́nbélé.
àní èmi tí mo jẹ́ Ìjẹ̀bú mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣe ni wọ́n ṣe débi pé wọ́n lọ kọ Yínká ṣe story ó ní pé ṣe rí Bádéró yẹn kò ń ṣe Ìjẹ̀bú gidi kò sí Ìjẹ̀bú kò sí Yorùbá tó ń jẹ́ Bádéró ó ní kò sí Yorùbá tó ń jẹ́ Bádéró wípé ṣe rí ó ṣàṣe gbogbo yẹn ṣe jákujàku yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ń ráwọn èèyàn tó ń kígbe lẹ́yìn ẹ Well done. Well done.
A máa ṣe parí Adéyínká Gànsà lórúkọ tẹ́bó náà lórúkọ. A máa ṣe orúkọ ẹ̀ gángan nìyẹn. Àbí?
Orúkọ tó bá wọn ni là ń jẹ́ lẹ́yìn odi ni. Ṣé ẹ gẹ́? Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀sà. Nǹkan tí máa ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn ni pé èmi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run experience ló ń pè ní best teacher sir. Ṣé get? Mo rántí nígbà kan tó jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run rí inú gbà yẹn náà àwọn èèyàn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀yin èèyàn náà lẹ́dẹ̀ rí gbà yẹn pé ọ̀bọ yìí ó kọ̀dà kókó wà passionate inú kan máa ń bí sí gbogbo àwọn olóṣèlú yìí nílé yóò dà pé lè wà nǹkan kan o.
Ó ti yẹ kó rí ni
màálùú tó bá yà á nígbà yẹn wọ́n sígbà ó dà pé lè yóò wà nǹkan kan o. Títí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà dẹ̀ ló ṣe rí dèmí mi ò ṣe anything torí mo fẹ́ lè dẹ́ni wọ́ọ̀dì nígbà tí mo pàdé Yínká mo ní Yínká sórí nǹkan tó ra gbé dání yẹn tó concentrate lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá yẹn èmi láìké ọ pro Yorùbá ni mí o tó bá dẹ̀ wò mí dáadáa ẹni tó bá ti ní ṣe pẹ̀lú Yorùbá ó ti yẹn sìn máa lo gbogbo resources tí mo bá ní máa direct ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ tí bá láì dí àǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ o mo ní ṣùgbọ́n sórí tó bá mọ Yorùbá wa Yorùbá dáadáa sórí gbogbo àwọn à ń sọ̀rọ̀ àsọdùn à ń lérí ìlérí asán yẹn ó lè ṣe bí ẹni attract àwọn kan bọ̀ kò ní attract àwọn èèyàn gidi torí nǹkan tó gbé dání yẹn àwọn èèyàn kan wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó yẹ pé lifelong ayé wọn ti ń wá irú ẹ̀ tán lè associate mọ́ wọ́n ti ń dàgbà o bó wọn fẹ́ lọ láì rí pé wọ́n kópa kankan so nǹkan tó gbé dání yẹn ṣé tó bá ti ń mú violence mọ́ tó bá ti ń mú hatred mọ́ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan máa rí true ẹ̀ àwọn kan ò ní rí wọn ò ní rí true gbogbo jákujàku ẹ̀yẹn o báwọn kan máa rí tó bá dẹ̀ rí wọ́n máa form a total opposition against nǹkan tó wà after now o wá lè deceive àwọn èèyàn ta o kò sọ pé torí nǹkan tó ń ṣe tó dáa lọ ṣe ń against ẹ but it won't take time torí Yorùbá ni wá o lè deceive wa for too long ó pẹ́ jù bóyá ọdún méjì ṣàgbùgbà fọ́ lójú àwọn àrí àṣírí gbogbo jákujàku tó ń ṣe ẹ rí nǹkan bọ̀ Yínká nígbà tí Yínká bá máa rí tó bá máa wà ní element ẹ̀ nígbà tí ó bá gbé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá báyìí tó wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa chemical weapon ẹ̀ ṣe wá rí nígbà tó dé stage kan òun náà fẹ́ prove point yóò ní gbàgbé ó fẹ́ prove point pé òun kàn ń sọ̀rọ̀ lásán ṣe ló bá bọ́ sórí afẹ́fẹ́ ló bá ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé tó bá ti dijọ́ báyìí tó bá ti dìgbà báyìí gbogbo ibikíbi tí wọ́n bá ti rí ṣọ́ọ̀bù Ìgbò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá òun ṣe nìkan jù ṣe nìkan lé wọn dànù níbi lè pé àwọn kan bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní bá amplify one single letter lọ fún ní UK ń bí gbogbo èèyàn tó ń pariwo lẹ́yìn Yínká gbogbo èèyàn tó ń ṣe live broadcast pẹ̀lú Yínká gbogbo àwọn tó ń sọ pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá máa dí bí wọ́n máa ṣe gbá máa ṣàwo ni Yínká lọ sí kóòtù bíi ẹ̀ẹ̀mẹrin one single of them lọ síbẹ̀ lọ show solidarity wọ́n tẹ̀sí báyìí lọ bẹ̀ lọ show solidarity.
Even God president vice president rẹ̀ ò yọjú.
Kò sẹ́nibọ́dì dèní yìí ó ń sàfọ̀ ọdún 5 ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ o ṣẹ́gẹ̀tì ń sìn ẹ jẹ́ kó dé lọ́la tó bá padà ẹ tún máa rá àwọn èèyàn tó máa sọ pé he is back wọ́n gbé lọ sẹ́wọ̀n torí ọmọ mo ní Yínká ò lọ sẹ́wọ̀n torí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá o Yínká lọ sẹ́wọ̀n nítorí bigotry ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ fi Yorùbá nation àti orúkọ Yorùbá tó fẹ́ fi attach man it doesn't last yẹn mo yẹn ń sọ fáwọn eléyìí àwọn wèrè onídọ̀tí elébi yìí o tó bá rò pé o sí ní Nàìjíríà àbíbi tó ń kó wà tí wọ́n bá yin ìbọn ẹyọ kan pa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ́yìn rò pé ẹbẹ́ bọ́sẹ̀ ẹbẹ́ lọ máa sọ pé DSS ni àmì ní kíní kan nìyẹn a máa release information yín fáwọn tó yẹ ká release ẹ̀ fún ẹ̀ ní banobu course ẹ̀ ní bàjẹ́ wọ́n lè má like mi o wọ́n like mi o èmi náà ò dẹ̀ like wọn but èmi ní pé tó bá bí wọn re o a mọ̀ nípa plot yẹn o a mọ̀ oríṣiríṣi tó ń ṣe tó fẹ́ fi prove point o tí wọ́n bá yin ìbọn ìlú kan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lẹ́nu ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sákiri.
I'm going to pick them one by one. Wọn ò ní bàbẹ̀ yẹn jẹ́ fún wa ìsì ló ti di no-go area yẹn ọ̀dọ̀ wa ò ní di no-go area. but ẹ̀yìn ọba tètè mójútó láti ṣe.
Nnamdi Kanu sọ pé mo fẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ti ń sọ sí pé wọ́n ti ń sọ ẹ̀ máa gbọ́ wọ́n ti ń sọ pé tó bá jáde tó bá sọ pé nǹkan táwọn ń ṣe yóò dáa a jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti kúrò ní ìṣe original Nnamdi Kanu gbogbo ẹni mò ń rí bọ́ ẹ̀ mọ̀ nǹkan like I said time ma take care gbogbo yẹn sir time ma take care gbogbo yẹn gbogbo ẹ̀ máa ṣojú wa kọ́lọ̀ wá fún alẹ́ mi tó gùn Your consiago yi kin to lọ sùn.
All right, okay. All right, do that.
Nice evening. O ti yé báyìí ṣe oyè lọ́nà àgbà ń wo ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà ẹ máa fòye gbé.
Ẹ̀kọ́ kan báyìí náà là wá wà lẹ́yìn ọgbà lójọ́jọ́ ti pẹ́ tá a ti jọ wà ẹ̀yìn ọgbà náà okay tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ mi. Okay.
Nice one,
okay,
sir.
Bye.
All right, sir. So, sorry that we just twisted everything to Yoruba dead. A lot is going on, no? But I have told you that if I say something that anybody feels like it is not, it's probably a makeup, it's, some people will get to me, they'll say, Emayegun, you need to call somebody, call so and so. He can explain to you. Emayegun, do you have a problem? I don't have any problem with anybody and all of these guys. I don't. I've had a very, very good record. And that record is, you can call it, a public interaction where people, even when they have different views, diverse views, opposing views, I intend to make everybody feel like you could sit and talk about them. You don't have to agree, but you can respect everybody's view. But when you bring violence into anything, I beg, count me out. When you say violence, we need to, John to along. You know what I mean? Because I can tell when I see all these empty barrels that social media somehow just gave us this muzzle. You have a lot of followers. I do. I don't have the muzzle to mislead them into something that is unrealistic and then murderous violence. I don't. Hello there.
Hello, Mayegun.
Baba.
Hello, Ekale.
Ekale.
Ekale lọ́tùn ló sí ọ. Ọmọ Bánlé Balógun ló ń sọ̀rọ̀. Báwo ló ṣe ń lọ?
Adúpẹ́ o.
Mo ní kí n ti wá yín dá sí lálẹ́ yìí.
Just reason. Just reason said that this may be a speculation. But you know what, sir? Conscious speculation, no?
Yeah.
I get it. See, a lot is going on, and we pray they don't do that nonsense. If they try it, then you go no say no be speculation because I want to first say speculation. No, ma padà dé tó ma sọ pé àwọn DSS ni àwọn kìíní kan ló shoot àwọn irọ́ ni o àwọn Fúlàní asmen ló dress bí Yorùbá tó wá yìnbọn fa irọ́ àmọ́ ìgbà tí Fúlàní bá ń pa àwọn èèyàn wa àdẹ̀mọ̀ yìí tí àwọn olórí ibú yìí tí wọ́n ń plan ni. But anyway, babo.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ. A lot in ṣẹlẹ̀ lóòótọ́. A lot is happening.
Mẹ́wàá ń ṣẹlẹ̀, 100 ń ṣẹlẹ̀.
Mo ṣe wo fídíò bọ́dà for FFK. Èmi ẹ̀ pé wọ́n gbé mi sọ fún yín pé mi ní ìpínlẹ̀ FFK mọ̀ for food only.
For food Káyọ̀dé.
For food only, yes. Mo ṣe wo fídíò ẹ̀kan tán tó ń defend the call. Nígbà rìtẹ́yìn náà tún pè sí fọ́tò ẹ̀ sórí ìlà pé wọ́n ti fọ́ fọ́tò ẹ̀ síta bí tó ti ń jẹjẹkújẹ kiri abájọ tẹ́nu ẹ̀ ń fẹ́lẹ̀ níjọba ẹ̀ta ẹ̀ ti ń jẹ́ owó kọlù owó tó máa pa tó máa hà lọ́rùn.
I mean, Ren tó wà so vile, right? You are representing a presidential campaign. But ẹ bá rí nǹkan tí Femi Káyọ̀dé máa ń kọ sórí Twitter, bàbá ọmọ ìlú yẹn ti propose, honestly.
It's over propose. Propoye is an understatement in the propoye. And there are other things as well that actually got me really, really, really angry today.
Yep.
And I'm diverting my anger to the Nigerian government.
Okay.
And my Igbo brothers as well. It's enough, not enough. It's enough, not enough. Guys, Chikutuni, Kiludina, the killings of these people, is it not enough? Leading all these stories about families that have been kidnapped, picking up, paying them, and still getting killed, is it not enough? Are we no longer humans anymore? Are there no more human beings anymore?
Much anymore. That's what Nigeria is. The killing field.
When is enough going to be enough? We are all going to die at some point. Everybody is going to die. When is enough going to be enough? Nobody can go anywhere anymore. They are no longer interstate streets anymore.
I mean, I just said that they've cancelled, what do you call it? The Dangote trailers and the rest of the drivers, they call themselves. They have now cancelled all of their trucks moving anything or whatever to the eastern Nigeria.
I know, Baba, I'm begging and I want to plead with everybody that listens to this platform. I am not promoting any violence, but when is enough going to be enough? Because there's this story that was posted as well with Diaspora Radio that says there was this family that got kidnapped and their kids were left in the car to fend for themselves.
Yes.
When is enough going to be enough? You take their comfort zone away from them and you left them in that kind of situation, that kind of tragedy,
and it's like
Nigeria middle of
is just
nowhere.
leaving them on their own. Like you know what? It's like Nigeria is comfortable with the chaos in that place enough, right? That they would rather go after innocent people. I mean, even when they know some of these criminals, as we know that most of them are politically sponsored, including the Fani terrorists who are also carrying out
look at the contrast of things, Baba. This is how I know.
It's like yeah, they should destroy the whole place.
This is how annoying it is as well. And then you will have somebody like that FFO for food only defending people that are making all these things happen to the ordinary human citizens of that country. When is enough going to be enough? I don't know. It's very, very sad because what people might think is happening there will be happen to you too. Don't worry. It's only a matter of time.
I mean,
you think because they are in the east, they are far away from you. It started in the north. It did not started in the north. It's already at your doorstep. We have already heard stories of it being on the Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Lagos or the Expressway, Lagos this, Lagos that, Lagos this. Don't worry. You think you're all safe. Don't worry. Put your Tinubu and you look on. Everybody.
Finally.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n tó ń bá wọn play tó máa ń tẹ̀gbọ́n yín ògògó ti sọ. Small be like you call anybody.
Small be like go no.
Look at them. No.
Gbogbo ala máa jẹ breakfast. Àsìkò tó ní kálukú máa jẹ tiẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni. Small be like. Oh. Gbogbo ala máa jẹ breakfast.
Small be like. Baba.
Small be like.
Thank you so much. I'll let you go, and then I'm going to take just one last one, and then we can call it tonight. To everybody, yeah, okay, yeah. Hello there.
Hello, my big brother. Compliment of the season.
Oh, compliment to you as well. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine, Mr. Mayegu.
Brother.
Our general overseer. It's been a long time. This is David from Texas.
Welcome to the temple. It's been a long time, I know.
Yeah, well, I just thought about this last comment you guys were doing. I should just give you a little bit.
We're speaking mostly in Yoruba. Did you manage to pick any of them?
Yeah, I'm a Lagosian. I go with my parents.
So fair enough. Now you are going to be my last caller tonight. So yeah, let's make it an interesting close.
Well, God bless you. And God bless your mind. Amen. God bless your ideology. And God will continue guiding you in your trade of family. Amen. You know, the really thing I just brought you to be the truth. And that gives the awareness of this country. Because you know what you're really doing is that you're just like, you're like Libra. You see here, and you tell them the truth. But sometimes, you know, like
I just want everybody to know that somehow we are all players in all of this. And then every ideology you have, no matter how you think they differ or in a way in contrast, but if you still listen to yourself, understanding them, right, could make this whole thing less complicated. But, you know, we know they listen to ourselves. My own better pass your own idea. Your idea better pass that one. And at the end of the day, no one idea is working for anybody as we speak. So I prefer being in the middle where we can all see through our advantages and disadvantages. And at the end of the day, forging, you know. Some said I'm libertarian. So you said I'm actually a liberal. Okay, I'm getting there. In between,
you're a liberal Democrat, not a liberal Republican anyway.
Okay, fair enough. You know, somebody, yeah.
You know, we have a liberal Democrat. Yeah. So just like what I'm trying to prove is that you see, when you're enlightened or you're exposed to a lot of things, you now compare. Like me, I was born in Lagos. I'm an Igbo man. When I was born in Lagos, I have all the characters of Yoruba. I'm just a visitor in Igbo land. But sometimes you still have to answer to your mother's tongue and claim where you come from. If not, you'll be like isolated.
Anyway, I don't think so anymore.
Yeah. Sometimes, what I'm thinking at least, we should want to well off.
Sure you get. So everybody should relate. But I was Baba. We had a birthday. I baked on the 30 just on Tuesday, right? But we had the kids, so he had it all planned that someone is going to take the kids away for the weekend. So she's going to have a small party, house party. So all planned. Everybody came on, and then this lovely guy came in, and his name is Henry, right? So before the party, is a fiance that is Scottish. My own madam that is Scottish, right? They are friends. So they became friends like about 3 months ago. But what now made them so connected is because our friend is dating a Nigerian who happened to be Henry from Imo State, who grew up in Port Harcourt, Lagos, and Accra. Now, how is it going to be like for my Yegun that is not social? They know that I'm not sociable. I'm not sociable, right? So Henry too is not that sociable. Now, how are these two guys going to meet and wala no go day? Because according to my own madam, it was like my own partner is Yoruba. That one said my own partner is Igbo. Having heard about Nigeria, Yoruba, Igbo, all over everywhere, they are now trying to see, are they going to be able to connect? Would they even be able to, like, you know women now? Baba, what's happening? Long story short, Henry came. First time I'm seeing him, first time, just 2 nights ago. I'm talking about 2 nights ago. So they came in, and we all came in. My Jack Daniel is on the table, and then immediately Henry walked in. We started, Baba, how far, Baba? How far you day? Then before you know it, within like about 5 minutes, me and Henry day kitchen. Now the women come, they open the door. Say, open the door. Let's see you. Let's see what you are doing. Let's hear what you are talking about. They didn't know what we are talking about. We're speaking pidgin, right? Now they became worried that me and him too close than the rest of them, that we excluded them. You see, we grew up, Baba. We grew up understanding how much we share in common. Before these politicians will now tell us we need to kill ourselves because we are not friends. We are not. In fact, you are my enemy for being an Igbo man, or I'm your enemy for being a Yoruba man. It doesn't really work out in the real world out there, and I bet you and I can attest to that. No, be so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The reason why I called her is like you just said that I might have an ideology that I agree on. I have another, but all of us we should share the ideology. You see, this few weeks ago, or let me say, yes, it started a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, when they declared all this 5 days this thing. Now, I was trying to think because the election is trying to kick off now. Now, this is a tragedy that PDP and APC, the women assume. I might be wrong. I might not, but I think if we look down well, there's something that makes sense with it. They are trying to destroy the 5 states. I'm not for Labour Party, at least if they want to have an election. They want to find somewhere to hand on to destroy that country or destroy that election.
Yes.
Now, if they destroy the 5 states, they know that even the Labour Party is not going to come back. They might not win. Then the APC now will come back and retain their power back. They might cancel, because all those things they're doing, it might not end now. They will still start threatening people now. A lot of people have cancelled their flight in America here.
See,
I have like 5 of them
that talk to the airport and people know they're picking calls. Who are those who know they're picking calls? They were supposed to be people who be see them be friends, as establishment friends, Now they don't call all of them. Where you did, which side you did, Obi or us, so that we will know how to deal with you. So, like you said, it's going to get worse. And if Eastern Nigeria is where the whole, they believe that the whole anger emanated from, the anger of what Nigeria has done to all of us. The people who actually shown it, that carried everybody out to say, oh, Nigeria is bad. And a lot of people are now saying that, even though they knew before, right? So if the anger started from the east, now we can wreck the entire east economically and every other way. Now, when we get our power back, we can then possibly pretend that we care for them. But for now, if they have to destroy the eastern Nigeria, to what? To douse that the effect of that anger on the whole polity. I will agree with you. You say you might be wrong. I'm not going to say you are wrong. I'm going to say it's a credible theory that is practicable with what we are witnessing. Yeah. There is no intention in ending the insecurity in eastern Nigeria. In fact, they just want to look away until the whole place goes up in smoke, right? And then they can blame everyone. Say, but you are the ones now who said you want Biafra. You are the ones who are killing yourselves now. But yet a system that is meant to provide the security and safety for the people who are in that part of Nigeria. The system that says,
brother, brother, look at my logic that was going on. Can you imagine? All of a sudden, the Northerners are quiet. Everywhere is quiet. No crime happening there. No more crime happening there. No more crime happening there. When they want to do their rally, you see the massive crowd of people that are over there.
And these were areas when we say all these attacks, all these incessant attacks, they said every gathering.
It's the only thing that I'm just being through. Yeah, we may not want the election. We may not want we want our referendum. But these people don't want to give us anything. What do we do now? Because this thing they're doing, they're going to, even though the Labour Party may have man, but you see how they're trying to destroy him. They've got Doyin Okupe. Yeah, they've got more is still coming. You still hear still more coming more. Because these people are really bringing out the bags. They're really determined to retain that power. APC wants to win that election.
They are not APC is not campaigning they are not campaigning for election, okay? What they are doing is that they are trying to, I mean, what they are doing is that they are indeed entrenching the
for them or not.
So that if anybody who won't take that power from them, right, is not ready for the same violence for violence, then you should have an idea of the violence they have for you. So think before you jump into it too. That's exactly what they are doing. You want to stop us? Are you sure you have what it takes? Are you sure? Yeah. So if you are not sure, we may actually have to kill you, even kill the people from your entire village. If we have to show to you,
or you go to exile,
or send you to exile, exactly, or chase you down out of the town. Anyway,
that's what they're doing.
Time with we have 12 more days in 2022.
Yeah,
and as they say in politics, 24 hours is a long time in politics.
Oh man,
sure you get.
My brother, I see how you're talking now. Maybe tomorrow morning they'll bring the headline news.
Now, you know now. When you go to bed, before you go to bed tonight, before you even go to bed tonight, you may probably read something online that's going to be a breaking news that others are going to wake up to tomorrow morning.
Exactly. I said another jailbreak in
you get. Anyway, I have told people, I said that, you know, what happened is the system will have to outplay itself. The system will have to destroy itself from internal. You see, when PDP was about to be destroyed, are you with me? It started from the within.
Yeah.
Here you get. APC, destruction will start from within. They may have this outer display of being powerful, being over, almost everything, right? But their destruction is going to start from within. But by the time their own happens, right, there will be no opportunity for any of these guys to revive themselves elsewhere because there may not actually be a system to rebuild again.
Yeah, bro.
Here you get.
I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to interrupt you. Right. I'm not trying to be tribalic. You see that APC? We know it's going to be different, but they are very, very quiet. If you watch all the whole people we used to abuse before, the Fulanis we used to abuse, they're all quiet. All the Northern Fulanis that are in, all of them are all quiet. Do you see Gary Bashir talking on the news anymore?
Do you know what I heard? Do you know what I heard about that? I can tell you. You know what I heard?
Yeah.
Is because Buhari don't they finish. And all the failure of APC, and Buhari and all of them, the Northern Nigeria, they are so happy, right? To let the likes of Tinubu to take it on. So to them, as it is right now, to them, it's like they are the referee. in the power tussle and the power game. They're like those who are going to decide who is going to be the next president or not. So all you have to do is that Mokuna, the Southern, go tear on ourselves as we are now witnessing it.
Exactly.
I get what you mean. Like they've been so quiet, there's no noise anymore. No, of course, now why would they be making noise anymore when they have actually gotten everything they wanted? So as it is right now, that's why people said maybe they're actually deceiving Tifnumbu. The real people who are in northern Nigeria.
Southwest, southeast, southeast, they need to wake up, man. And south.
Especially the entire south, Baba. The entire south.
Yeah, the whole southeast, southwest. Yeah, they need to wake up. These people are really mathematicians on us. And they are destroying the south, all the southeast. Then they will say, this one, the Wiki is making noise. You know what they will have for Wiki? They will start dealing with Wiki in January. That is just making noise now.
Yeah?
He's just making noise. January, they'll start dealing with him. They just want the Christmas to go. You see.
So they will begin to give him the they will begin to give him the what do you call it? The intro or something like the glimpse of what he's going to face when he's no longer governor.
There's one guy already campaigning. Very bold. Can you imagine in APC?
Yeah.
He's already campaigning against him, calling him a criminal that is going to go to jail. He's already started saying it as an APC member. He's contesting for governorship.
It is well. You know, we will get there. And like I said, time will tell. We'll keep seeing, and then time will tell. That's one thing I keep saying to people, because all of these are not in our own control. Is mostly what is in our own control is how we are going to react to this whole thing when the shit finally hit the fan. But as they are going to fight themselves, tear themselves, use compromise on themselves, kill themselves, even kill themselves, right? All of this are going to be done by them. Now the remnant of the whole action, and you go determine if Nigeria will survive that 2023 or not.
I don't know how they're going to do it. And, and the populists are not in you won't blame them for being a coward because they are hungry and they don't want to die.
Baba,
so they will be
person where they no touch. Now they make mouth. Sure you get. If you get family, and you know what it takes to actually keep them in Nigeria of today, Baba, I won't 100% blame people, but sometimes I do wish that people will be responsible for their actions. Like, okay, fine. We have been incapacitated. We have been overpowered. Economically, we don't get power. We don't get, but you do know what they are doing and who is doing what. Now, you can't then pretend that empowering them or supporting them or promoting them or defending them or even fighting for them have no consequence. And the consequences is going to be part of the poverty you are complaining about. So maybe when people know these consequences very well, having realized that, it's just the option they have, maybe they can begin to withdraw and say, well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to support these people. I'd rather die hungry. Now, maybe we can begin to turn the table then. Sure you get. But I get you. The hunger with the ground, Baba. Now, person where they didn't touch.
A lot of them realize like that, but a lot of them realize like that, but oh boy, all these like 1920, 1999 children or 1990 children, if they give them 500 or 1,000, they will just come out. Yeah, they don't have, because they don't have the parents now that can control them. They will come out. They don't have parents now. I know a lot of people have agreed not to even to avoid them, but they don't want to talk, so they won't kill them. But these young ones, that don't have a roof over their head, some of them they don't live with their parents anymore. They are doing so. They have been in one room doing one-on-one.
And the right thing is going to probably make them hungry for a long time, so they will rather go for the easy.
Yeah, that's why they see how they buy them over to do rally. So you'll be wondering. You see them very young boys.
I know. Anyway, thank you so much. I know. Thank you so much as well for your time. Okay, I am going to be calling it a night soon. Okay, so thank you, and to everyone as well. I will say thank you. So yeah, this is where we're going to draw the curtains. And tomorrow, I think we should do our People's Parliament tomorrow. Okay, and the People's Parliament tomorrow is just going to be in English. You know what I mean? So it's going to be about a lot of things, including everybody who want to share their own their story. And also, it is going to be part, I think we will do that one in Yoruba. I don't know if we're going to have about a 3 people's parliament, okay? We need the people's parliament, normal. Then we need people's parliament in Yoruba for the Yoruba Union, the program, and also people sharing their own story that they know about the GPT, actors on social media who are declaring a nation on Facebook and YouTube. So you can have that chance to join us to explain to us. And all of you want to react to what I have said, the 2 series I've done on this idiots, okay? You can also join us as well to come and put some clarity. Like, come and tell us that we're wrong. Probably we got the whole thing wrong. So you can join us in that People's Parliament. It's going to be in Yoruba, but tomorrow you will see it. You will see People's Parliament and you can join. Sure you get. And if it's not happening tomorrow, just know that you get to know before it starts at all. I'll tell you. And thank you for your time and for joining me tonight. I'm going to see you some other time, okay? Stay safe and good night from here.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gba rìbá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.